news. I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Happy Heritage Day, you beautiful souls. Welcome to it. Get up, South Africa. I know it's a public holiday, but up and Adam, it's going to be a beautiful day. Hopefully you are finding ingenious ways of expressing your heritage this morning. I think from Expresso being a very contemporary South African show, every heritage is our heritage. So we are absolutely loving having the opportunity to connect with you and connect with each other. Love you, man.
Hey, Ndimachero ne abu de. Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Heritage Day.
What should my proper response be to that?
That would probably be like, Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't that far off, actually.
Yeah, Chiven, that greeting, but of course, part of, I think, what makes our heritage so beautiful all across South Africa is our multilingualist culture that brings in so many people, and together we are all South African.
I'm appreciating it more and more. Just 1 week abroad, realizing how diverse we are, how proud we are of that diversity, how modern South Africa really is a bastion for the rest of the world and what could be. I absolutely love being South African, so hopefully you are feeling the same way. In fact, how are you expressing your heritage today?
Yeah.
I've been loving seeing little smatterings of tradition coming through, even in our staff here.
Little burst of that
little Zulu headdress here and there. People taking the opportunity to show their pride in their heritage.
Which I really think should be part of our everyday gear. Like, every day should be like that. Every day should feel like Heritage Day. You know, like Wakanda. Exactly.
Come on, man.
So maybe send us a few pictures and let us know how you're dressed up for the day, how you're celebrating Heritage Day. On social media, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3, we've asked you this. So school holidays and long weekends are there for exploring our beautiful country.
What were we talking about in that moment?
I have no idea what we're talking about. Share your photos with us. We'd love to see where you are and what you're getting up to on this Heritage Day. A very good morning to you. So, because a lot of people would not be going to work today because it is a public holiday.
It is a public holiday, and I think a lot of people took a long weekend, so more power to you if you're still chilling.
If you booked Friday off and, let's see, Monday off as well, that is literally a whole week worth of holiday.
And you can tell the school holidays are happening at the moment. Kids are around and laughing and having fun, and it's awesome, man.
So a lot of Braai will be happening today, a lot of families getting together, a lot of ebumnandini gulabsung tola khona. Just like where you uzothola uthabiso kwamanje. Thabiso, molo mfondini.
Lamthola khona, nama baby bayakhala. Athi wethabiso, hey, I was jealous of Tona.
Okay.
Happy Heritage
Okay, that's how we started a Tuesday. Put it right there. Oh, what are we doing? We did not talk about that before, so it was a mess. Well, good morning, South Africa, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Heritage Day. My name's Leanne Williams, and this gorgeous creature here, darling, Thabiso Makubela.
Such kind words. Thank you so much. Yes, your Uncle Tebsy here. Thank you so much, guys, for choosing to wake up with us. A public holiday. Most people are relaxing and not going anywhere. You can tell. I mean, there's no traffic on the road. It's just smooth flowing, and hopefully we're going to make it a feel-good Heritage Day. Hopefully you've put out your meat to Braai later on. You're getting ready for that, and you've got your Heritage Day outfits out to celebrate the diversity and the beauty of our beautiful South Africa, right?
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we can help you out with the weather as well. Before you get into that, you know exactly what it's going to be looking like. So I'm going to be telling you what those major parts of the country are going to be looking like. We start off in Johannesburg today, where periods of clouds and sunshine with cooler temperatures, and towards the evening a thunderstorm is expected in spots with mainly cloudy conditions. So be prepared for rain out in Jozi. And if you're out in Durban, it's rainy today as well. Intervals of cloud and sun with a couple of showers and expected in the afternoon. A southwesterly wind is expected for the duration of the day with periods of rain in the evening. So Durban, don't forget your umbrellas. Port Elizabeth, partly cloudy conditions with occasional sunshine and a brief morning shower, and skies will clear up towards the evening, and a southwesterly wind can be expected throughout the day for you with Cape Town, the mother city, lastly sitting there. Plenty of sunshine with clear skies and a strong southeasterly wind that slightly decreases towards the evening, and humidity will remain high for the entire day. A warm sunset can be expected in Cape Town. It's going to be a beautiful one. That's what it's looking like.
Exactly. Well, in terms of the weather, thank you that you've definitely informed us as to what the temperatures will be like. Now I need to finish off my look. I know that you think that I'm done already, but I'm not.
Done.
No. I'm just wearing this because I need help in terms of what I'm going to be wearing for today.
I thought you were inspired by the Flintstones today because you've got this. I thought this was your Heritage Day outfit.
The Flintstones?
I don't know.
Take me back to the Stone Age?
If you want to
work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. All right.
What are the
Anyways,
options?
here are my options, okay? So we all know that yellow is a very trendy color. Yes. It's a very trendy runway color. It is all over the place. Everybody's loving yellow. It's beautiful. It's got long sleeves. So Cape Town is a bit chilly this morning, as Cape Town is from time to time. And so there's this option. It's got a little cinched waist, which I really do like. Then we've got this very free-spirited, almost festival-ready dress. Also got a beautiful, lovely flowiness about it. Beautiful embroidered bodice over there. I love this one. I'm not gonna lie.
The white one.
Yes. Do you know why? Because I want to pair it because this is kind of festivally with this beautiful kind of like printed fabric that I could wear on my head today because it is Heritage Day.
Yes.
So I don't know, fam. What do you think? Do you think I should go for the very free-spirited, festival-ready, beautiful, flowy cream dress, or should I go for the very on-trend, kind of dress of a pop of color? It's really, really wonderful. So all you have to do is go to our Facebook page. These will be up, and then holler at your girl. Let me know which one you want me to wear today.
Both really good options. So you guys have your work cut out for you on social media. I've kept it simple today.
Yes.
Simple but elegant. It's all about the eleganza.
This is true.
Eleganza, extravaganza. So what we've done today is I've kept it simple with a navy blue suit because you really simply cannot ever go wrong with a navy blue suit. When in doubt, don a navy suit. But what I've done is I've brought a bit of personality to it with this shirt that I've got here.
Yes.
It's quite a busy shirt, but it just makes it fun and playful. And you'll see later on in the show, in fact, I'm going to surprise you with a bow tie. I've got a bow tie. It's on standby for me to put on, and it adds a little bit of color as well. It's got like a nice little orange detail. I may or may not put on what's that? Not snorbaiki. What's it called?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I know that when Noord for Noord were here, they told me it's not a snorbaiki, it was something else. Honorbaiki, I think, something like that. Honorbaiki. I've got an honorbaiki as well. Depending on what the mood and the vibe is like on the show, I might just wear that. But that's my outfit. This is a David Jones classic collection from Woolies, and like I say, I'm a big advocate of David Jones. You can never go wrong with them. Those fitted suits, they get them right all the time.
Exactly. Oh, cannot wait.
Oh yeah, that's time.
So hopefully you're feeling positive, and if you're not feeling positive this morning, I mean, if Heritage Day doesn't kind of get you into gear, I don't know what will, but maybe that responsibility rests on your very own shoulders, and there's something you can do about it. You can actually affect the way that you think, the way that you feel, with a little exercise every day.
Yeah, absolutely. They say the most successful people in the world do one thing. They have one thing in common, and that's that they meditate a lot, over and above reading, which they all do.
I was going to say they read. I was going to go for the read.
Ask Warren and Bill. We talked to them yesterday about that. But they meditate. And so with that, today's quote goes as such. Today's tip is to take time to meditate. Yes, be active and find 5 minutes to give yourself time or time out to rewire your brain. The benefits of meditation include stress relief, improved focus, and better sleep as well.
So it doesn't have to be long. Start with something like
5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes. Don't do it for like 30 seconds because that's a bit of a
Do
waste.
you meditate quite a lot?
I don't, man. And I remember that day where we went into our own little like meditative vibe, how beneficial that was, how awesome it felt.
Yeah.
Granted, we were doing it in front of like, 1.5 million people, which is a bit weird. But it really is something that when I do it, I feel it, and I'm constantly thinking, why don't I do it more?
And a lot of people think meditation is this kind of
esoteric
spiritual thing where it's just like quiet your mind and focus on just your breathing. Listen to yourself breathing and taking it nice and easy and nice and slow. And that's a start for your 5 minutes of the day.
Even just thinking about meditating, I'm actually just calming down, to be quite
Well, listen, we're about to head into the news headlines of the morning right now. So let's just take these moments while we do that just to meditate.
In the national news this morning, the South African Society of Bank Officials says it's going ahead with its countrywide banking strike this Friday. It says it will ensure that ATMs and banking operations are not functional. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula says it's every driver's duty to contribute to road safety. The minister said efforts to ensure that traffic policing becomes a 24/7 activity are well underway. Now moving further abroad, Senegal's government says that women suffering from breast or cervical cancer will be offered free chemotherapy in public hospitals from the beginning of October. Rwanda, Namibia and Seychelles also offer free chemotherapy. Thomas Cook, the world's oldest travel firm, collapsed yesterday, stranding hundreds of thousands of holidaymakers around the globe and sparking the largest peacetime repatriation effort in British history. And finally, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, and their 4-month-old son Archie arrived in Cape Town yesterday for their first official tour as a family. The Duke has said that he can't wait to introduce his wife and son to South Africa. Speaking at Nyanga yesterday, Prince Harry added his voice to calls for South Africans to take a stand against gender-based violence. He will travel alone to Angola, Malawi and Botswana, where he will pay tribute to his late mother, Princess Diana's anti-landmine campaign, and honor the British soldier killed by an elephant during an anti-poaching operation. His love for South Africa, or rather Africa, is well known. He first visited the continent at the age of 13, and the love affair is still flourishing. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Let's get our very first taste of what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Thank you so much, Lee. Let's start with our Rugby World Cup update. We heard it yesterday. Sharks prop Thomas du Toit will now be joining the Springboks in Japan as a replacement for Trevor Nyakane, who tore his right calf muscle in the Rugby World Cup Pool B opening match between South Africa and New Zealand on Saturday. Staying with the World Cup action, it continued yesterday. Just one fixture on the roster as Wales claimed a pretty convincing 43-14 win over Georgia, scoring 6 tries in the process, securing a bonus point win for their team. Then on to netball locally. The semi-final spots for the 2019 varsity netball competition have been confirmed, and we'll see the University of the Free State take on Stellenbosch, and the University of Pretoria. They will face off against the Northwest University. That all going down next week. And in football, it's a big one. Barcelona and Argentinian forward Lionel Messi won the top prize at the 2019 FIFA Football Awards last night, walking away with the award for the best men's player of the year, ahead of fellow nominees Cristiano Ronaldo and Virgil van Dijk. Then throwing forward to today's World Cup action, it continues with just one encounter. That's in Pool A, a clash between the 20th ranked Russia and 16th ranked Samoa. And they'll take place at the Komagaya Rugby Stadium from 12:15 this afternoon. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's take a more comprehensive look at your weather across the country. But first, we take a look at those beautiful sunrise pictures we've asked you to send through. Trish Retief sent us her sunrise picture from Durban, where cloudy conditions can be expected today with a couple of showers throughout the day and a light breeze reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Pat Harris also sent us his sunrise picture from Kleinbos, that's out in Tsitsikamma, where intervals of cloud and sunshine can be expected with occasional rain and cooler temperatures reaching a maximum of 16 degrees. Beautiful pictures. Thank you, guys. You too can do the same by getting your picture through to us on our Facebook. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, a low of 10 today, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. If you're out in Bombela, it's 13, reaching a high of 21 degrees. Pretoria, 11, reaching a max of 22, with Johannesburg starting off at 9 and peaking at 20 today. Mahikeng, high humidity for you, 6 and 21, with Klerksdorp at 11. 11, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Kimberley 8, peaking at 26. And Bloemfontein's coming through with the lowest temperatures in the country today. It's sunny, but you've got a low of 4, reaching a high of 24. And Richards Bay's got 15, peaking at 19 degrees. Pietermaritzburg 8, that's your low, reaching a high of 21, with a light drizzle expected for Durban 15, reaching that maximum of 21 degrees. Mthatha 6 and 21, with heavy rainfall expected for East London today, 11, reaching a high of 19. Craddock 2 and 20. Occasional rain for Port Elizabeth, 11, that's your low, reaching a max of 18. With a couple of showers expected for George, 8, reaching a high of 16 degrees. High humidity once again today for Sutherland, 4, that's your low, reaching a high of 17. The southwesterly wind traveling at 18 kilometers per hour, that's for Cape Town, 11 and 22, with Worcester at 9, reaching a max of 23 degrees. If you're out in Springbok, you've got that southeasterly wind traveling at 27 kilometers per hour. Your low is 13 and your high today is 27 degrees. With the highest temperatures in the country, nice and sunny. Uppington today 12, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Well, it's going to be a beautiful Heritage Day because you are going to make it a feel-good type of day. We'll be back with another report in just over half an hour.
Happy Heritage Day, South Africa. Hope you've woken up on the right side of the bed this morning and feeling ready to celebrate what is our beautiful heritage all across the country. Have you got any plans, Leanne?
I love the dots. I love that.
Yeah.
Is it significant of?
Not necessarily.
All right.
No. So I just think it's a.
I thought that it was like taken, betrothed.
No. If you watched Black Panther, the guy who was no.
Okay.
The gentleman who was the ambassador.
Of T'Challa. Okay. You're done with me, huh? All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know
I'm
what?
done.
Something that we're not done with is the fact that this coming Thursday on Expresso, Presenter Search on 3, those contestants are taking over your feel-good breakfast show. It's going to be absolutely amazing. The top 8 contestants will be taking over Expresso. They'll need some great coffee from McAfee, of course, and to keep them going as they are live for a whole 3 hours. And man, are we going to put them through their paces because we're looking for 2, just 2, to take over. And of course, you know what, it's not an easy job, but this is where they're going to learn to do what they need to do to be South Africa's best.
Yep, and what will you have to do at home? Let us know, Leanne.
All right, what you will have to do is just make sure that you stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast. So join the conversation by using the hashtag Presenter Search on 3 Expresso Takeover this Thursday, 6 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. And of course, we just want to make sure that we choose the right people for the job.
Absolutely.
Like T'Challa over here.
Cannot wait.
Hey, yes. Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
Catch the next installment of Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesday evening at 7:30 on SABC3, as the finalists take on their second challenge. Presenting to camera is one thing, but with elimination looming, can the contestants keep the audience engaged while stepping out of their comfort zone? That's Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesday evenings at 7:30 only on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturdays at 1.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast with Expresso live right here on SABC3. It's the Heritage Day edition of it. All that feel good just flowing through, right?
Hello, honey.
When you hear that tune, you know what time it is. It means it's time for us to check in and check out what's happening in and around the world of entertainment.
Exactly, but more
Tinseltown.
locally with our Mzansi news. Now, the country has been anticipating the arrival of Prince Harry and his beautiful wife, Meghan Markle, and, of course, little Archie, a.k.a. the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. During their 10-day tour of Southern Africa, the couple are expected to travel together until Wednesday, the 2nd of October, after which Harry will continue the rest of the tour on the African continent. Now, the purpose of their tour is to highlight many causes demonstrating a modern UK-Africa partnership in action, many of which lays close to Harry's mother, Princess Diana's heart. Now, the Duke, as president of African Parks and patron of Rhino Conservation Botswana, will highlight the vital conservation work being done to protect wildlife and how sustainable tourism can support the needs of local communities and the environment. And the Duchess will be working with organizations to promote women's education, health, entrepreneurship and leadership. As patron of the Association of Commonwealth Universities, Her Royal Highness will meet female entrepreneurs, academics and community leaders and join discussions with Southern African young women about the future of their countries. And after arriving in Cape Town yesterday afternoon, they visited Nyanga to view a workshop teaching children about their rights, self-awareness and safety, and which provides self-defense classes and female empowerment training to young girls in the community as well. And then today we'll see them celebrating Heritage Day in the Boer Cup, where they will visit the oldest mosque in the country, and afterwards they will visit local residents who will host them for a cup of tea in their home. They will then meet with Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu, after which they will go their separate ways. Meghan Markle will meet with female entrepreneurs at the Woodstock Exchange and attend a private Women in Public Service breakfast in Cape Town, while Prince Harry carries out work in Botswana, Angola and Malawi. So we will definitely keep everyone updated on the progress of the royal tour, and I wish that they achieve everything that they've endeavored to accomplish while they are on our shores. But it's such a wonderful, wonderful thing to have
It's
them
a
in the
wonderful
country.
time, but can you imagine the pressure of knowing that you're about to host them for a
I
cup
know.
of tea? What do you do? You've always known how to make tea all your life, and
Yes.
now suddenly these guys are here and you have to make tea for them.
Yes.
Can you imagine that pressure?
But it's also so wonderful. Like, I make a great cup of tea.
You
I will
think until
I
Meghan
know.
is?
No. I will never ever doubt my tea making skills because I've been making it since I was 2 years old.
Have you been making it for the Duke and Duchess? Have you really
I made
been
it for
doing
my
that?
grandma, and
Is
that's
your
royalty,
grandma?
okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, your grandma is royalty. Well, listen, on that note, fun and games over there with Leanne and her cups of tea. But it's time for us to check out the latest game for this week. If you are a big gamer, you're going to love this one.
Thanks to Chala.
Okay, Tisha.
It's gaming time, and this morning we're looking at yet another video game classic that has been remastered and brought over to the Nintendo Switch. It is Spyro Reignited, the trilogy, and yes, Gareth Woods just basically lost his character right now, hence the no! And now he's got to respawn.
Yeah, these kids' games are infuriating.
A lot more challenging they make them in 2019 than they did back in those days, right?
I don't know,
Wouldn't you say so?
have I got worse at gaming, or maybe I don't have the kind of like patience.
You overthink things.
Oh my gosh,
that's terrible.
I'm getting used to controllers, to be fair.
Well, talk to me about that quickly.
yeah.
We'll get back to the game, but the Nintendo Switch with the independently operated
Yeah,
control,
yeah.
is that weird?
So I can, I play it like this, but I mean,
I don't know if I'd be able to play FIFA like this.
what's cool is that you can play it however you want. So a lot of people like lock it into either the handheld
yes.
or you get the thing that holds them together. Heck, some of the games you play sideways, but
Or you can just be free with it.
I just like being able to sit back.
Bring it over. Bring it over.
You can't really do that with the motion controllers. Then your character's jumping around all over the place.
Which is what happened now.
All right, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Spyro Reignited.
Yeah.
So this is a classic. I mean, when did we see the first Spyro game?
Years ago, I want to say PS2 was
Yeah?
like the first one. Then it's obviously the trilogy came out, and then they did a reignited trilogy for the other consoles earlier this year.
Okay,
And so
okay.
now it's kind of the Switch's turn to join in on the action.
Okay. So how is it made, I guess, significantly different? It's still the same
Yeah,
game.
it is the
Reignited
same
trilogy.
game. I think it's now a chance for a new generation of players to be able to experience
Of
the action,
course.
and also obviously for those who if Nintendo is their console of choice, that they didn't get a chance to play it on PlayStation, you know, now they get a chance to experience it.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, absolute classic. Really, I played it when it came out on PlayStation, so it's not too much has changed. I'm really just comparing graphically how the Nintendo holds up versus the PlayStation version. To be fair, I mean, you can see it flows smoothly. It's the graphics. There's no kind of tearing, or you know, when you speed around, there's no kind of like, you know, motion blur issues, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a competent port of the game. Yeah.
I mean, will games like this always be kind of leveled up and compared to the likes of, gosh, there we go.
I'm just going to listen to you.
You got to get used to the 3D world,
100%.
man. To the likes of Mario, given that, like, just in terms of the gameplay, the pursuit of a certain mission and collection of certain
you mean like
icons.
the remakes and stuff?
Yeah, will this be compared to that?
Yeah, so I guess, for example, I mean, remakes always have like a kind of like love-hate relationship in my book, because it's like, why not make new games instead of just spending all this time remaking them? But sometimes there's absolute classics, and either because of your age or because of the availability, because remember, like, we didn't get a lot of these games in South Africa, especially Nintendo games. You know, we all had our kind of mock consoles, these like Golden China, you know, everyone had them, but like no one had original Nintendo's consoles because they weren't really available in the country.
Yes, yes.
So I mean, it becomes less and less relevant as time passes, but like for some people it's a chance to play games they didn't get to play. I'm a more fan of like when they have total remakes. So for example, we had Resident Evil earlier this year. It was a total remake of the game. It wasn't a case of going, hey, we're just going to update it with prettier graphics. This is more a remaster than a remake, in the sense of it's the same game, the same levels, it's just redone full HD, so you can play it on your fancy big TVs and your, you know, on your latest consoles. But yeah, so I think the main purpose of the game is either nostalgia for people who play through a game that, you know, they remember and miss, or for people to experience a game that they didn't get to, you know, when it first came out.
I'm quite excited to see how far you'll make it into
okay, cool.
crash and burning.
Try hard mode on.
That looks really cool.
Can't get any gems, must just focus on not falling. I'm baiting.
That was close. That was so close. Really cool. Yeah, so I think this is quite a cool game. I mean, this reminds me of back in the day when I used to leave school and then spend just like the entire day at Reggie's playing the free games.
Pretending like you're not the same kid. You just change your cap and come back. What are you talking about? I just got here. Like,
oh, man, wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Gareth, thank you very, very much. And of course, if you are fortunate enough to try out this Spyro Reignited rendition on the Nintendo Switch, let us know what you think about it. Would love to hear your comments. Did you make it?
Of course, man. Of course. Just a little bit more concentrated.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Looks like a load of fun. We're going to continue being responsible parents, like parents who are allowing their children to discover a gaming title that's been around, that stood the test of time. We are going to be broaching languages, and Kim and I are both kind of chastising ourselves because we don't know many languages. We're going to be expressing our heritage in one of the coolest ways that you possibly can, looking at the benefits of your child knowing as many languages as possible. And the beautiful thing is their brain is so elastic when they were young.
It's the best part.
You can actually really help them to embrace other cultures, but also to expand their brain to really use this beautiful tool that we've been given. So for parenting, it's all about languages on Heritage Day. We'll see you in a mo.
I'm Bouwer Bosch. I'm a musician and actor, and I live in Johannesburg. Come find your smooth fame and fortune with me, Bouwer, on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. All you need to do, you buy a Tropica, you follow the entry details on the back of the bottle, you make a video, you upload it to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag TIOT9 and tell me why you want to be on my team, and then you could be winning fame and fortune with me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
That's why I was you should last was stay there. We need one photo. We don't need
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. It's coming.
Do we have the drop of vanilla?
Where's the other guy? Can we go?
Like waiting until the very last moment to say that. No, like you can't suspend that moment. Oh man, that would have been so amazing. These guys.
And you still have people to be here today. It was CPO,
Guys, can we go?
So when is the best time to use your language? I keep worrying.
they are inside here. Yan may kumay. Leo to ha ba yan? Alasalatan mo.
So you're gonna stand here? No.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Happy Heritage. In case our little kind of face art
Didn't give it away.
We are having a lot of fun, taking the edge off, just enjoying our heritage and our very different cultures. Languages obviously lend themselves to the different ways in which we think and which we live, which we maybe express our diversity, certainly here in South Africa. So today, family therapist and registered social worker Kim Abrams now joins us at the round table for a round table discussion about language and, most importantly, the benefits of being multilingual on this Heritage Day, and we are focusing on our little ones. Kim, welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to have you here with us. So let's talk first about what are the benefits of a child being multilingual?
I mean, the benefits are so vast, but one of the key ones is that these are children who actually, when we've studied them all over the years, they're better at problem solving, they're better at retaining things, so their memory is astounding. And they're also children who are more open-minded. So actually, when you immerse a child in another language, you organically immerse them in another culture.
That's very true.
So these children are a lot more open-minded in terms of learning about others' cultural beliefs and systems and values.
Yeah, and an appreciation for the differences that unite us.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
And let's not forget the cool factor. It's just cool to be able to speak more languages. You know, like, in all honesty, when you kind of move forward, fast forward to entering into a job market, entering into the big wide world out there, surely having that multilingual talent is a massive advantage.
It opens so many doors. languages for a person. So, you know, especially if you are a parent whose mother tongue isn't necessarily English, you're actually doing your child such an amazing service by teaching them another language. Because now companies, they're global, they're online, they want employees who can communicate with people on a multitude of levels.
Yes.
So actually, you know, you might not have the most amazing qualifications, but if you have the ability to communicate in another language, that sets you worlds apart.
Makes you seem a lot more intelligent, let's be honest.
Absolutely. So, Kim, when then is the best time to introduce a new language to your child?
This is often quite a debatable topic, but actually, the moment you start teaching your child one language, introduce the other. So from birth, you know, start communicating with your child. I think there's a myth that if you teach your child two different languages, you're going to delay their speech and language development, and that's actually very unfounded. The younger the child is, so from about 0 till 3, the more they are able to retain and absorb, you know, different sounds.
The brain is wired at
Absolutely,
that stage.
they are just sponges. So it gets harder from about puberty period, but I say from the moment you start introducing one language, bring in the other one.
I suppose it stands to reason because we communicate. Language is just one part, one dimension of how we communicate. The rest is tone, is body language, all of these various things. But your child is, because they don't know a language anyway, so it's not like they're translating when you're changing. They're just picking up on the communication elements of it. How would you recommend teaching your child another language if you yourself are not multilingual? This is the real challenge.
Duolingo.
Duolingo, yeah, I know. We've spoken about cell phones and kids, and now I'm lost. I don't know.
Just a little bit. 10 minutes.
There's so many practical things you can do. So it's about making it fun for the child to learn. So I say practical things is, you know, put labels on things around the house. So doors, windows, you know, cupboard doors. You put a label on and then practice that with your child. Children also, you know, especially when they are younger, learn with their fine motor skills. So using shapes and colours and teaching your child the shape and colour in another language. But my favourite one is actually using music and songs. So that is an amazing tool to teach your child. And you know, songs get stuck in your head very easily, and children are just absorbing all the lyrics.
That's actually very, very true. Because I mean, right now, Phoenix's favourite song is a Xhosa song. And because he's sung it over and over and over again.
I love the repetition.
And you'll never forget it.
You know what I mean? So, beautiful thing. So let us know, are you a parent who is introducing new languages to your child? And if so, how are you doing it? How's that working out? Do you think it's a good thing? What languages would you like your child to learn? What would you love Jack to speak?
Xhosa.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, this is South Africa. If you're going to be multilingual, I mean, French is cool, Spanish is cool, but you want to broaden your South African language base.
Absolutely.
So important for me.
We'll return with Kim very shortly.
Well, it's that time of the morning. It's time for us to reveal the outfit that you're wearing, your options. So your comments have been coming through. We asked you this morning to help Leanne Williams choose her Woolies outfit for the day. Of course, you've got the white and you've got the very striking yellow coming through.
Yes, and it's to be paired with this over here,
which is our Heritage Day accessory, and also from Woolies. Okay, so your comments that have come through. Tobani Msweli says, Leanne, anything you put on yearns to hug your gorgeous body. The festival-ready shirt would be great today, would work today. I'm only 21, but yo, too much love.
Hello, Stella.
So I think he likes the white one. Verity Frederick says yellow and bright for heritage. Nice. We've got Kay Mopula saying yellow maxi dress.
Alrighty.
Cindy Johannes says the yellow one.
Okay.
Zahira Adams says yellow because it's bright.
Oh, wow.
Pam Mbali says, mornings, the white will do, my sister. Love struck. Joan Cameron says, I like the white one. Tuba Maposa says, yellow maxi dress.
Alrighty.
And that's about it.
So what are you feeling?
Safe to say, it's quite even, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I feel, what are the people more? Yellow wins. Yes, yellow wins.
Okay. I'm just going to have to find... I'm going to have to find another day to wear this dress. I was really looking forward to this one, but I'll wear this one.
Stunning one. And
okay.
Like Tobani says, anything you wear or you hold and almost wear yearns to hug your gorgeous body. And so go put this on so that can happen.
Thank you.
I'm going to complete my look as well. Will you help me, please, Leanne? Put this bow tie on. I like that they've done a whole range of accessories. So bow ties included that come through with nice African print accents, which is fantastic. So we're going to put this on. and you'll be seeing that throughout the show.
You got a fat neck.
Okay, you'll see it later, guys. I'm gonna sort this out. Domestic affairs, quickly.
Okay, we got it.
Okay. Maybe put your back into it next time when you focus nicely. You get
Neck
this out.
exercises, huh?
Bon boy.
Bon boy! Discover the new language of travel. Marry at Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
Cheese! Go, guys. Can we go for the sound check, please?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Tuesday morning. Not any ordinary Tuesday morning. It is Heritage Day all across South Africa, the 24th of September. And with that in mind, we are talking to registered social worker and family therapist Kim Abrams all about the importance and benefits of introducing new languages to your children, thus making them multilingual in this current state of affairs that we find ourselves in all across the world. Of course, I mean, it's without a doubt that the benefits are many. We talked about being able to work across cultures, being able to communicate, because these days, companies, when they look for employees, it's more than just technical ability, it's your ability to connect with people on a deeper level. And we know that Nelson Mandela did once say that speaking to somebody in their native tongue speaks to their heart, not just to their mind, and thus opens so many doors.
It's a sign of respect.
Absolutely.
It really is. There's something undeniable about that. I think it's great. All of us want to achieve this, and we want our children to be able to learn many languages. Are some children predisposed? Is it a genetic thing that some people, because you think, oh, well, you're a languages kind of guy, you're a humanities kind of guy, you're a, you know. How challenging can it be to teach a child, and does it get more challenging the older or easier the older we get?
It definitely does get more challenging the older we get, and one of the most basic reasons for that is because the older we get, the more we tend to complicate things.
we judge ourselves.
Children don't mind making mistakes if they're learning another language. The younger, that's why we say the younger they are, the better. Let them get the word association incorrect. It's okay, because that's how they learn. So from about puberty onwards, it does get a little bit more difficult, but that's just because the way that we learn changes. So it's not so much as opposed to your genetic makeup, but just in terms of your brain chemistry and where you are developmentally. So that's why we say start them young and then follow it through.
Yeah. I'm one of those parents where I feel, oh, you said I could teach them more than one language? Well, let's go for 20 then.
Yeah, great.
That's what I was about to ask. Is there a limit to how many you can introduce? As you said, from birth is the earliest and best time to start. is there a limit to how many languages you can teach your child?
There isn't a limit to it.
Wow.
But if you
Brain is
are...
amazing, man.
Yeah, children's brains, especially when they are babies, so under that year mark, they are incredible. And we often underestimate that. But what I would say is if there is a language that you are fluent in, so this is the key, the more fluent you are in the language, the easier it is to teach your child. So you must be very confident that you are actually teaching them the correct thing.
This is true.
Yeah, so
That's why I teach Jack Afrikaans. That's why it's my responsibility to teach him Afrikaans.
But if you've got a very good understanding of another language, then implement that in your parenting. And obviously, children are very good at doing links. So sometimes some languages sound very similar to the other, and that's why we say it's easier for them to kind of add on to their language skills.
To adjust. Would you recommend that if you are, for instance, you've got two parents who do have different language skills, for them to speak only in their respective language to the child? Or does it confuse when one person is speaking more than one language to the child?
Children don't really have anything to fall back on as a term of reference. So if you are fluctuating between different languages, you're not going to harm them developmentally.
Really?
No, but I would always say that if you let one parent focus on the language that they are fluent in other than English, and so then your child will automatically begin to learn that, okay, when I speak to this parent, I communicate with them in this
That neural
language.
pathway gets laid down.
Yeah. And then later on in life, once they've learned the language, it's not like if said parent were now to switch back to English, they'd be like, oh, mother, you speak English.
I had you all wrong.
No such confusion.
No, because you will communicate to one another if you're in a relationship in English most of the time. You know, we're making an assumption, but we're just using that language as the basis.
Wow.
So your child will pick that up, and kids are amazing at switching in terms of their language, and they eventually learn. So by the time a child's 4, they know what language to use depending on what language an adult is presenting to them.
Wow. Any final tips or advice?
I think it's really important, if you are fluent in another language, immerse your child in that. It's about culture as well, and enabling them to develop their identity. So you're not harming your child by teaching them another language other than English. So go ahead and just educate them, and you can set them up for life.
Sure.
Baie dankie. Kim, ek waardeer dit baie.
Clover Good Hope Soy Milk. Soy goodness naturally. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, it's time for a little bit of mindful eating, and today we're making a delicious little breakfast. It's fluffy, sweet, and packed with nutrients. The secret ingredient, of course, to these Clover Good Hope soy banana pancakes we're making is, as always, a little bit of Clover love. And here to show us how is Teresa Alyate. Teresa, good morning. Always so fantastic to have you here.
Thank you.
So this is a nice treat, and it's perfect for this time of the year. It's time for, you know, those treats start coming through, but it's also perfect if you're a bit of a mindful eater.
Yep, absolutely. We've got some healthy ingredients, and there are ways to adapt it as well to make it even healthier.
Nice. What have you got?
All right. So very, very easy. We've got some self-raising flour in the bowl.
Yep.
We're going to add a little bit of caster sugar.
Fantastic.
And a pinch of salt.
A pinch of salt.
There we go. I'm going to add some mashed banana.
I was wondering what that was. I thought it was oats for a bit there. Okay, so this is our mashed banana.
No, banana and pancakes is absolutely delicious.
Great.
So shall I give that to you
Yes,
to
and I
mix?
can
And I'm
help
going to
out,
add some more goodies. I'm going to add some canola oil.
Oh, great.
This is a lovely one-bowl recipe, and I mean, my kids make pancakes all the time on their own, and so definitely get your kids to try this as well.
Okay, great. All right, so get that soy in. Well, this is perfect because Clover Good Hope soy milk is made for the highest quality, or rather of the highest quality, non-GMO and naturally grown whole soybeans. It's fantastic. It's naturally lactose and cholesterol-free, preservative-free and vegan-friendly, and you won't be left, you know, feeling bloated and suffering from stomach pains, which is just the plus, right? The added bonus about this. Okay, so you just mix all of this together.
Yeah. Got to put in some work there.
You do it.
Shall I? There we go. Just get all the lumps out.
Great. Well, the key word is Clover. SMS Clover to 33728. If you want the recipe sent to you on your cell phone via SMS Clover to 33728, and we'll text it to you.
Nice and easy. Right. There we go. You can use an electric whisk as well, but This is looking great.
But you like to keep it nice and traditional sometimes, you know what I mean?
Old school, yes.
Just makes it nice and interactive as well, I find. You have more fun.
Right, so our Good Hope soya milk is in. Okay, I'm going to heat up some oil in the pan.
Okay, great. So should I keep whisking here?
That would be great.
Whisk, whisk, whisk. It doesn't stop. That's Clover to 33728. We're making a delicious, fluffy, sweet, and packed with nutrients type of breakfast. The secret ingredient to these is the Clover Good Hope soy milk that we're using.
Right, so don't forget to grease your pan, especially if you're using a not using a non-stick.
Yeah.
So a bit of oil, a bit of butter, some spray, cooking spray will do the trick.
So it doesn't stick, eh?
Yes, very important. And then I'm going to start scooping that into the pan. So pop that in, and you can make them as big or as little as you like.
Because that was my next question. Because pancakes can be quite technical. You don't want them too big, right?
Yeah,
because otherwise then you can't control them very much in the
That's
pan,
true,
especially if you're not used to it.
That's right, yeah. So leave them there. Now the trick here is not to turn them too quickly. So wait until they're set on top and you can see lots of bubbles, and then you know it's time to flip.
Okay, well, if you missed any of these steps, and they're pretty simple, you don't need a lot of ingredients. It's a quick and easy one. Mix it all together, whisk, 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 throw in there. But if you missed any of that, check this out.
Start your day on a sweet note with these scrumptious Clover Good Hope banana pancakes. In a bowl, add 1 mashed banana, a cup of self-raising flour, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of caster sugar, a teaspoon of salt, a touch of pride, and 1.25 cups of Clover Good Hope soy milk. Then whisk to combine and make your pancake batter. Spoon the batter into a hot greased pan and fry on both sides until golden. Keep going until you've used up all of the batter. Serve drizzled with honey and top with your favorite seasonal fruit. Breakfast doesn't get any easier or tastier than these 6-ingredient Clover Good Hope banana pancakes.
Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover. SMS Clover to 33728. We'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe. This looks amazing already, Teresa. Beautiful.
So top it with some fresh fruit, and then the last touch is we're going to add some honey.
Nice drizzle.
Drizzle that over.
Yes.
That is going to be delicious.
One, it looks Insta-worthy, so that means it potentially does taste really amazing, and I'm sure it does taste amazing.
Do you want to try some?
I would love to try some, yes, please.
I'll try some with you.
Okay, cool, let's do it. I'll
Dig
grab
in.
that one. Ooh, and the orange, I'm sure is going to add a nice little refreshing flavor to it. Let's...
That's a great breakfast.
You can never, ever go wrong. So that's Clover to 33728. These pancakes are really simple to make, and it's of course the addition of fresh fruit that just takes it all the way, that gives it that nice little punch, next level.
Yeah.
And of course it's perfect to have right after an exercise during the week, or even just when you want to relax and kick back during the weekend. Get the kids to do it with you. Have a treat. Exactly. Teresa Elliott, you're a rock star. Thank you so much. These are a hit. Thank you.
Clover Good Hope soy milk. Soy goodness naturally. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
So with today being Heritage Day, you'll remember that in the lead up to this day, we had Jan Braai come over to the show and prepare some delicious food for us. But then he also issued a challenge. Somewhat of a dream that he had. And we took on that challenge, issued it to you. And after the break, we'll be revealing exactly what we've done with that. I think you'll be very, very impressed with how
Feeling quite patriotic.
Yeah, how we've shown our pride in our country on this Heritage Day. And we hope that you'll be joining us on this journey as well. And hope you're loving the Heritage Day vibes here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll see you after the break.
This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curacao in the Caribbean. Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
I love it. Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Wow, imagine that. Heritage Day is your birthday. What? That's a very special birthday.
Hope you're having a braai. Hope you're having a braai for your birthday today.
Hope you're getting dressed up for your
As well.
birthday.
Yeah.
Going all the way out. Well, listen, it's that time of the morning. It's time for us to celebrate your birthday with you. We received lots and lots of birthday wishes, right?
Yeah, let's get right into it. Happy birthday to Nalini Ramrathan. I wish you the best birthday ever. So fantastic that it lives in your heart forever. Love you always. This is from cousin Sharma and family. Also, a very happy birthday to Mr. Harry Sanka. May all of God's blessings shine. It is. May all of God's blessings shine upon you always. Lots of love. This is from Sharma and family. Is this the same Sharma and family?
That is the outfit to wear for your birthday.
It's just
If you
expressing
can find something like
someone else's heritage.
Perfect alignment.
It is a
Well done.
heritage. Then I'd like to wish Aunt Rooks a happy birthday and a life full of joy. I desire you to continue your mission of being happy, making people happy, because the only way to being happy is making others happy first, and that's what you do. Best wishes from the Naidu family. Happy birthday, sweet, sweet lady. Then happy birthday to my baby boy, Shane. May God keep blessing you, son. And that's from mom and dad. I would say he's a cute guy, but I don't want to, he's got some street kids. So.
Yeah, he's a cute guy. Cute guys wear bow ties. That's what's happening there. Here's this one. It's Tembeka Makala Nsangani's birthday. It says, I'm sending a sweet birthday dedication to my sister-in-law, Tembeka Makala Nsangani. Happy 45th birthday, CC. Thank you for being you. You are my heritage. I love you, from Zandile. Wow.
See what you did there.
Her entire heritage, yeah. Here's another one here saying, today is a very special day for a very special baby girl. Happy 8th birthday, Keisha. May your day be filled with lots of love and blessings from above. Mummy loves you to the moon and back. Keisha, happy birthday.
Beautiful stuff. Happy 19th birthday to our loving daughter, Alvarana. Love you stacks from your loving parents, Dana and Suzanne. Then happy 3rd birthday to Ayama Nene. We wish you many more years. Stay blessed, Mchana. This is from your uncle. It's beautiful.
That's cute, man. That's too sweet, man. And then a happy 35th birthday to our mommy, our father's wife, Mariska. We pray that God keeps you in the palm of his hand all the days of your life. Lots of love from your husband and your twins, Caleb and Carla. Happy birthday. And then a happy birthday to Miss Heritage. Melokutle Intrikla. I wish you many more years to come. I love you. I'm assuming that's from your mommy.
Yeah, beautiful. And then Desiree, finally, your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Desiree. May God bless you more. Love from your family and your friends. They love you. Happy birthday, Auntie Des.
Yeah, and because your birthday falls on Heritage Day, wherever you go, you are allowed to claim a complimentary buri from whoever it is that's braaiing. Yeah. Because it's your birthday. Just stand there in front of them while they're braaiing their beautiful rolls and you say, it's my birthday.
Take your ID.
Pass it over. I'm here.
What you gonna do? Listen, we love getting those birthday dedications from you. Please send us those video sing-alongs to 071-641-6551. That's 071-640-6551. I want to say the number properly one time. 071-640-6551. Send them through to us. And of course, you can send those dedications to birthdays at cardova.tv.
Correct.
Sing a song for someone. They deserve it. It's their birthday. Sing a happy birthday song, please.
Happy birthday to you.
You can.
In the national news this morning, the South African Society of Bank Officials, known as SASPO, says it's going ahead with its countrywide banking strike this Friday. The union, the largest financial union in the country, says it will ensure that ATMs and banking operations are not functional. Some 40,000 members are expected to take part in the strike, which is against the retrenchment of workers and digitalization of banking systems. Meanwhile, SARS has warned that the strike may impact tax payment and is encouraging taxpayers to submit their payments 2 business days in advance. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula says it's every driver's duty to contribute to road safety. This comes in the wake of a number of fatal accidents recently in the Western Cape, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Tangible steps towards curbing the carnage has been taken. The minister says that efforts to ensure the traffic policing becomes a 24/7 activity are well underway. In the coming weeks, a campaign will also be rolled out that will vigorously drive road safety messages through a collaborative effort with organs of civil society. Now moving further abroad, Senegal's government says that women suffering from breast or cervical cancer will be offered free chemotherapy in public hospitals from the beginning of October. For other types of cancers, 60% of the costs will be reimbursed, the government says. The World Health Organization commended the move and said that it will hopefully reduce mortality and help alleviate poverty. An estimated $1.6 billion has been allocated by the Senegalese government for this new measure. Other countries on the continent, such as Rwanda, Namibia and the Seychelles, also offer free chemotherapy. Thomas Cook, the world's oldest travel firm, collapsed yesterday, stranding hundreds of thousands of holidaymakers around the globe and sparking the largest peacetime repatriation effort in British history. The demise of Thomas Cook marks the end of one of Britain's oldest companies that started in 1841 by running local rail excursions before surviving 2 world wars to pioneer package holidays first in Europe and then further afield. The firm now runs hotels, resorts and airlines for 19 million people a year in 16 countries. It currently has 600,000 people abroad. And finally, local anesthesiologist Dr. Patience Nchani, affectionately known as Dr. Pashi, has scooped a prestigious international award. She bagged the Positivity Award at the global event in the London Liverpool Hotel in London over the weekend. The Positive Awards, the first of their kind, celebrates mindfulness and positivity and recognizes 16 people or businesses globally who have positively impacted the lives of others. Nchani says it was an honor to receive this type of recognition. She says she was floored when she was contacted from the UK and told that her brand and life story were worthy of an award nomination. The Limpopo-born anesthesiologist said that the award would serve as a symbol of hope and inspiration for children across the world. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
We heard the news yesterday as we return to our World Cup watch in rugby. Sharks prop Thomas du Toit will join the Springboks in Japan as a replacement for Trevor Nyakane, who tore his right calf muscle in the Rugby World Cup Pool B opening match between South Africa and New Zealand. That happened on Saturday. And Nyakane first suffered a knee strain in the World Cup warm-up match between the Boks and host Japan, and then tore his calf shortly after coming on in the team's first official match this weekend. The Springboks continue their World Cup campaign on Saturday when they face off against neighbours Namibia. Then in our Rugby World Cup action continuing yesterday, only one game on the roster as Wales claimed a convincing 43-14 win over Georgia, scoring 6 tries and securing that bonus point win in the process for their team. The Wales, ranked 4th in the world, produced a fantastic first half display of rugby, opening the scoring in the first 4 minutes rather. And Georgia then fought back in the second half, but Warren Gatland's side had already done enough to secure the win. Next, Wales face Australia, while Georgia will take on Uruguay. Both those matches will take place on Sunday. And then on to netball. The semi-final spots for the 2019 varsity netball competition have been confirmed, and they will see the University of the Free State take on Stellenbosch University, and the University of Pretoria will face off against Northwest University, all happening next week. Tuks claiming a massive 77-10 win over TUT to advance and finish at the top of the standings in their group. Then Marty's narrowly lost to Kofsi 65-61, but did enough to advance to those semi-finals. And then finally onto football. Barcelona and Argentinian forward Lionel Messi won the top prize at the 2019 FIFA Football Awards last night, walking away with the award for the Best Men's Player of the Year. That's ahead of fellow nominees Cristiano Ronaldo and defender Virgil van Dijk. So this is now the 6th time that Messi has won the award, with his last win coming back in 2015. United States forward Megan Rapinoe won the Best Women's Player Award after her stellar performance in the Women's World Cup, so certainly understandable. And then if you're looking forward to a little bit of rugby action today, again, only one fixture in our Rugby World Cup. It's a Pool A clash between the 20th ranked Russia and 16th ranked Samoa. That takes place at the Commemorative Stadium from around 12:15 this afternoon. We'll touch on those headlines again in a half hour.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you, Graham. Let's take a look at your weather, your temperatures. But first, a look at your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much, Leslie Johnson, for sending in your sunrise picture from Durban, where cloudy conditions can be expected with heavy rainfall and a light breeze reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Fatima Kotia also sent us her sunrise picture from Plettenberg Bay, where partly cloudy conditions can be expected with occasional rain and cooler temperatures reaching a maximum of 18 degrees. Thank you so much for those pictures. Get yours through to us on Facebook using the hashtag Expresso Show. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, a low of 10 today, reaching a high of 20 degrees. If you're out in Bombela, 13, that's your low, reaching a max of 21. Pretoria, the capital city, 11, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Johannesburg will start off at 9, reaching those highs of 20 degrees, with high humidity expected for Mahikeng today, 6 and 21. Klerksdorp is 11, reaching a max of 28. Sunny Kimberley starting off at 8, reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. If you're out in Bloemfontein, you've got the lowest temperatures in the country today, 4, that's your low, reaching a high of 24. Richards Bay, 15 and 19, with Pietermaritzburg at 8, reaching that high of 21. A light drizzle is expected for Durban, 15, a low, reaching a high of 21, with Mthatha at 6 and 21. Heavy rainfall is expected for East London today, 11, starting off there, reaching that high of 19, with Craddock starting off at 2, peaking at degrees of 20. And occasional rain for Port Elizabeth, 11, reaching a max of 18, with a couple of showers expected for George, 8, reaching that high of 16. High humidity once again for Sutherland, 4, reaching a high of 17, and a southwesterly wind is expected, traveling at 18 kilometers per hour. That's for you, Cape Town, 11, reaching a high of 22. If you're out in Worcester, that's 9, that's your low, reaching a high of 23, with a southeasterly wind of 27 kilometers per hour expected for Springbok, 13, reaching a high of 27. And of course, the highest temperatures in the country today, that's Uppington, 12, that's your low, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Well, that's where we leave it for now. No matter the weather, make it a feel-good type of Heritage Day. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
And it certainly will be a very feel-good type of Heritage Day. You'll remember that last week, ahead of his Jan Braai National Braai Tour with Game, Jan Braai was on the show. You made some delicious food for us.
Yes.
But along with that segment as well, you challenged us all to not just unite around the fire, but to also wave our flags very proudly all across South Africa, whether it be at your office, in your car, at home, wherever it is that you might find yourself. And so with this Heritage Day, today, we proudly announce, ladies and gentlemen, that as of today, Expresso will be flying the South African flag outside our studios, waving proudly in the air for all to see, wonder, marvel at, and enjoy the heritage that is Afrika Borwa. Look at it, rising proudly, bring it all the way up. Let all the heavens see it and say, halala, halala, Afrika Borwa. Jan Braai, look at that.
It's a symbol of being South African that all of us can buy into. We unite around a fire today, but let us wave the South African flag. There's even a bit of a breeze so that it can wave properly in its first flight outside the
So beautiful. I'm getting emotional standing here. Why do you think it's so important that we all need to do this?
We need some social cohesion and nation building in South Africa, and for that we need things that we as South Africans can all buy into. Common symbols of patriotism and nationalism. And the flag is one of those things. It's like sitting around a fire today on Heritage Day. It's one thing that all South Africans can buy into. So we have many, many differences. We've got a rich and diverse heritage, but there are certain things in this country that can bind us together and unite us. And waving the most beautiful flag in the world is one of them. So let us all as South Africans start today and wave our flag, and proudly wave our flag outside of our buildings, outside of our houses. And I put this challenge to Expresso a week ago, and there we go. That's how quick it is to install a flagpole in front of a building.
That is absolutely amazing, and I hope that we found some way of encouraging you to show your South African pride, especially on this Heritage Day and going forward. Let's turn every day into a moment to celebrate our combined heritage that brings us together as South Africans. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Pesi Khivazi. I'm a TV presenter. You might recognize me from Selimatunzi. I'm also an actor, model, and everything awesome. I can't wait to be on the island. I've never been on an island like this before. I just want to swim and be there for as long as I possibly can, which means I am definitely going to win this one. Mango peach is my favorite flavor simply because it takes me back to when I was a child and I used to get it on occasion, but now I can have it all the time. To join me on the island to find fame and fortune, all you have to do is go buy yourself a bottle of Tropica and follow all the entry details. Take a video of yourself explaining why you would be my ideal partner. All you have to do is hashtag TIOT9 and upload that on all of your social media platforms. When you send your audition clip, remember to always remain confident and know exactly what you want to say. And me and you could be on the island together competing to win R1 million. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Happy Heritage Day. Got all patriotic before the break. Our flag is now flying beautifully in the perfect breeze. As Jan Braai said, a nice wind to take the smoke from the braai out of your eyes, to fly the flag. Awesome way of celebrating our heritage. So hopefully you'll find the time to get a South African flag outside your office, outside your home. Do something to represent the beautiful heritage, because our flag really does represent that. But we asked you earlier this morning, how are you going to be celebrating Heritage Day? In fact, share some pictures celebrating your culture. What makes you special? What makes this country diverse? What have people been doing?
All right, well, Kathy got back to us saying, good morning, Expresso family. Good morning, Kathy. Happy Heritage Day. Just relaxing in bed, whether it's too dull to get out of the house. Okay, I like that, Kathy. That's nice.
That's
also,
right.
Daphne coming through saying, happy Heritage Day. A braai is essential, and maybe to try yesterday's Brussels sprout salad.
Give it a go. Give it a go.
Brussels sprout salad. Also, Tabang coming through saying, good morning, family. I'm going to spend my Heritage Day at church. Hallelujah. No photos yet, still asleep, but I'll be wearing my Setswana dress. Okay, we need a photo. We really do. And then, of course, Sidwell sent a picture. Look how beautiful Sidwell is there, looking so, so stunning. So thank you so much, fam, for that. Keep those messages coming through. How are you spending your Heritage Day? What are you doing?
Kire kisite, taimani ya botlhokwa. Kire kisite, Heritage Day. We're celebrating it all across the country. This morning, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the kitchen as we help inspire you with the ultimate menu for today's Heritage Feast and, of course, the festivities that will be going on around the country. And I can almost guarantee you that there will be boerewors everywhere involved with every single braai that is lit today. And, of course, we've invited the braai master himself, Jan Braai, to help us take on the classic boerie roll, but then take it to a completely magical level with monkey gland sauce, something that you'll be very, very surprised to know that monkey gland sauce is South African.
It's the only globally famous sauce you use with meat that comes from South Africa. So the monkey gland sauce was developed in South Africa.
That's incredible.
It has got no relation to monkeys.
Oh,
There's
good.
no part of a monkey or the glands of the monkey in there.
But monkey gland sauce
yeah,
is
we're
cool.
serving it, of course, with Jan Braai boerewors. And as you say, there will be many tons of boerewors being braaid across South Africa today as the nation unites around the fire. Boerewors is also such a great analogy of being South African. It's sausage-making skills from Europe. It's fantastic South African meat, and it's spices and the knowledge how to use them coming from the East. So, which is also an analogy for South African society. It's people from across the globe united
coming together
at the southern tip of Africa now
to make delicious. You don't even waste time, yeah. You just get right into it, man.
Now we've got a flag waving outside the Expresso studios. At the new studios, we still don't have a braai on the stoop.
Don't worry, we're working
it will
on
happen.
that.
So now we're grilling some boerewors on a gas stove. Gas
which is okay.
is usually the guy that comes to your braai.
Like you said.
Yeah, it is what we use. This is a bit of butter to start off the sauce now.
So this is how you make your version of the monkey gland sauce?
Well, my version is the version.
Oh, it is the version. Oh,
let's get real.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
All right, so butter's in there.
A bit of onion with the butter.
You chop up your onion quite nicely, quite finely, yeah?
Well, it's your food stylist that does.
You do a great job, yeah.
Thank you.
Then you add
oil.
Some oil there, so the butter,
garlic.
The butter's there for the creaminess, for the flavor there. Of course, if you'd like to get Jan Braai's monkey gland sauce recipe, SMS the keyword Braai to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list.
Okay. What is cool about this is now the few million South Africans who can't make wooden fires today, they should, in an emergency, use a bit of charcoal. If you really have to, even use a bit of gas.
There we go.
The important thing is unite around a fire.
Yeah, but
like
you said last week, it's pretty easy if you want to have a braai. You just need
You need a grid.
A grid.
You need tongs.
Tongs.
And you need two bricks from the nearest building site. And you've got a braai.
Exactly. There you go.
There's absolutely no reason not to braai today.
Just make sure there's no flammable equipment or things around you in the near vicinity where you're making the braai.
Except for the wood should be flammable.
Exactly.
And and if you're alone and you don't have anybody to braai with, use the word of nose campaign. It's like word of mouth, but it works with your nose.
Oh, so
just walk down the street, wherever you smell a braai, join the braai.
Yeah, you're like, hi, hello, hi.
Every South African
Happy Heritage Day, hi.
Can I join you?
Yeah, maybe carry some ginger beer with you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just to kind of like, oh, I brought the ginger beer. I heard you guys didn't have any, and then now you're in.
Well, you know, in some countries it's already afternoon, so you might as well just take a real beer as well.
Okay.
Let's not discriminate.
Talk to me about the proper way of braaiing or preparing boerewors.
Jan Braai boerewors, or any boerewors for that matter. 4 minutes on the one side, 4 minutes on the other side, and it's done.
That's
if you
very
can't
precise.
do it in 8 minutes, there's something wrong with
So it doesn't
braai.
even depend like on the thickness if you got one like this?
Well, if you're braaiing perfect boerewors like mine, it should take 8 minutes. If
4 minutes on the one side, 4 minutes on the other.
If it's overcooked after 8 minutes, it means your wors is too thin.
Okay.
And if it takes longer, your wors is too thick.
Oh, so you shouldn't actually be cooking boerewors so that it's like crispy.
Not at all. No, if you want something crispy, eat a bit of bacon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can add bacon to your boerewors roll, but this is not what we're gonna do.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, and what do you make of these braaiers that while the boerewors is doing his thing there, they're out there with the knife or fork poking and cutting the wors to make sure that it's cooked on the inside?
I think it's a sign of being nervous. It displays that you maybe haven't braaied in front of a crowd or on live TV before, and then they start poking the meat because they don't know what to do. But we know what to do. We know we should add a bit of tomato sauce to our monkey gland sauce and a bit of chutney. Also, like a South African chutney. There we go. A bit of Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce, not from the town Worcester, close to Rawsonville.
Yes.
It's just a very rough sauce. It's Worcester than the other sauces.
This is Worcester.
You know, this is the roughest sauce that went in there. It is quite shocking.
SMS the keyword Braai to 337.
How can we make such lame jokes on TV? And then this is a bit of chili flakes. You can also use chili powder. That's a bit of brown sugar. There we go.
Sauce.
And the last thing,
wow,
it's just a small dash of vinegar.
Hey, by the way, we were actually trying to figure out where does monkey gland sauce actually come from? Who made it? Who invented it? Somebody, yeah. If somebody knows like the real origins of monkey gland sauce, let us know.
Not the untrue versions of stories. The real.
There you go. I'll take this away for you.
There we go.
Keep it in the back here. And how long would that?
And we even have a little cloth there to make it look nice again.
So how long would that be going on for in the pot?
No, you can just let it simmer.
Of
course you can. Of course you can.
Just a little.
No, it's good. Now you simmer. So what we can also do, because as happens on this show, as soon as we stop filming, then the whole TV crew rushes in and helps us to eat. So we should eat all of the boerewors
Absolutely.
while we
so you went
like
to
magic.
reduce.
There it is.
And look at that nice and thick monkey gland sauce that you're going to have in your boerewors roll. Beautiful stuff. I tell you what, I've got one for you and one for me. You want to just have one there? And there we go.
The boerie. It's a proud part of South African heritage.
Monkey gland.
There we go.
Well, it was in the year 1939 when a band of men met at 77 Wales Street out here in Cape Town with the idea of establishing a central organization to foster and promote traditional singing of the Cape Malay community. Now, the result of this meeting was the formation of the Cape Malay Choir Band, which has 8 choirs under its jurisdiction today. We've come a long way. And joining us on the couch this morning is Ridwan Kamish, Ahmed Ismail and Yassim Flores. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome to you.
Welcome. Thank you.
It's so wonderful to have you on the show. So let's talk about the fact that it's been 80 years since the establishment of this incredible choir. What do you think the role has been of this choir in the community? I'll start with you, Ahmed.
First of all, the role of the choir is all about the leadership.
Yeah.
The leadership that is driving the organization itself, which is the Cape Malay Choir Board, and driven from 20 affiliates which we have, which is responsible for doing the cultural side of competition within the fraternity of the Cape Malay Choir Board for over 8 years. And we must understand that since 1997, it was our responsibility to procure the heritage of the liedere that are sung by ourselves in Afrikaans.
This is very interesting because you guys, I've seen you perform without music score. You have no conductor, which is just fantastic how you do all of that. But also you sing a lot of your songs, in fact, all of your songs in Afrikaans. What was the inspiration? What's the idea behind all of this?
Okay, the idea behind it is more constitutional because the organization runs as per a constitution, which it's a constitutional matter to say that we have to sing in Afrikaans to foster Afrikaans liedere.
Is there an idea behind not singing or singing without a conductor and without music scores?
That makes the Cape Malay Choir Board unique in the world. With the structure of what they have. And I must say to you that behind the scenes they have the most equipped, professional, academically qualified people to teach them and still to perform without conductors.
Yassine, it's important for you to celebrate Cape Malay culture through your music and through your performances. Why do you think it's so important for South Africa to celebrate our heritage?
Yeah, it's what actually is that our forefathers, you know, the time of the slavery, and when they came here, and that is how they actually projected in sending a message to whoever, and that is the way they used it, and to sing it into that way as to send the message through, because, you know, in that time it was very difficult for them to just relay a message just like that. So they had to sing it and to relay the message. So therefore our forefathers has brought this onto us, and we are just carrying on with the heritage and the culture and our traditions.
Keeping it alive. I love that.
Keep it alive, as you know, and we are trying to put our youth also into the same mode to keep the heritage alive. It's very important for our people, for our community, to keep our heritage alive and to preserve our culture cultural way of singing.
80 years of doing this, what can we expect from the future? The future can only be exciting.
Yeah.
It's the future for us is that we look at our youth. If you look at our ages, we are quite of age, and we have to now introduce this to our youth. And of late, there's a lot of youngsters coming into our choirs.
Wow,
there's interest, and we're growing every year. There's more and more youngsters entering this, we call it the sport. And in our competitions, you will see that there's a lot of youth performing, and they're slowly getting interested in our culture and traditions.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. The Cape Malay Choir in the house. They've been around since 1939, keeping the Cape Malay culture alive, and they'll be bringing that right to your TV screens after this.
Can I help you guys?
I'll take it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. How about some traveling, huh? I'm about that life.
Get out of town,
Now,
man.
everyone deserves to travel. So in honor of Heritage Month, Travel Starts Kayakazi Sampuku is here today. And we're chatting about how Travel Starts, SA Tourism and Short Left will be offering affordable packages and experiences to destinations around the country for Travel Week 2019. Get this, with 9 official World Heritage sites in South Africa and many amazing cultural and natural sites exploring the rich heritage of our nation. This Heritage Day is an absolute month. So Kayakazi, welcome to the show. And also I have to say, the reason why I have a headband on in general is because of this fabulous girl. She was like, oh no girl, let me show you how to do it. Thank you. Thank you.
And you do look gorgeous. We're not just celebrating our own heritage, but we are celebrating everyone's heritage. There is no better way to do it than actually immerse yourself in the culture of one of our 9 heritage sites. Get out there, go and experience, take a short left, essentially. You guys have made it that much easier for us to be able to do this during Travel Week. Why is it so important, do you think, to go out there and actually engage with heritage in this way?
South Africa has a lot to offer, like with the diversity of our cultures, the Heritage Day, like everything that happens in South Africa. You guys have to go out there and explore.
Go and do it, man.
Yes, you have to.
And before you go overseas, which is cool, Do it?
Always, yes.
Yeah.
Around the corner. Take a short left.
Short left, yeah.
Talking about around the corner and exploring our beautiful, beautiful country, what are the travel deals that are available for Travel Week 2019?
Travelside has been running a domestic flight special throughout this week. Today and tomorrow we've got a big one with Kulula Airlines.
Yes.
And if you go on our webpage, we've got packages offered with short lift.
Okay,
yeah.
Very, very nice.
9 heritage sites, I've said, but so many opportunities, I'm going to call them, to explore, to just let your spirit be free for just a moment. And I think that's what travel really lets us do, just step outside of our reality for just a moment. But with so many choices, so many ways of being able to do this, what stands out for you? What would you recommend?
I'd say Robben Island in
Brilliant,
Western Cape, the Big Hole in Kimberley,
Love it.
Drakensberg Park, that's in KZN, the Crane of Humankind, that's in Gauteng. They're all accessible and they're affordable.
We love it. Accessible and affordable.
Yeah.
Two words that I absolutely love. Okay, so talking about accessibility, how do we book these deals?
On Travelside's website, you're on our homepage, you have to click on the short left button. It will take you to all our packages. You're more than welcome to also call our consultants. They were always willing to help.
I think most of us forget that we've got this wealth of opportunity right around us every day.
Especially around Western Cape.
I know, and I feel quite privileged to have been able to go to so many of our heritage sites. Why would you recommend people get out there and do this?
Look, for me, I was in Robinson last weekend. It's around 2 hours away from Cape Town. It's like a weekend. You need to just explore. It's not all about Western Cape. Eastern Cape has so much to offer. Gauteng has so much to offer. Take the time. Let's do it.
Do it. Now's the right time to do it as well, when it is affordable. I'm looking at the bush. I'm thinking, I need to get out. I need to take a short left. It's long overdue.
Exactly. It's like seeing the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa this Heritage Month. From September 23rd to the 29th on travelstart.co.za. So get booking. Everybody deserves to travel.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Well, in case you haven't done it yet, get your Braai tongs out. It's Heritage Day. We are celebrating all that is beautiful about our wonderful country. And part of what is beautiful is, of course, our cuisine that we get to enjoy so often.
Some of the best food.
Days. Exactly.
Some of the best food in all of the world.
Yeah. I would definitely say that. And one of those things that we get to enjoy, especially around a braai, is a stokbrood. A beautiful, I mean, you can see the finished product over there and made with, dough beautifully roasted over an open flame. Do you have memories of having a stokbrood as a child?
I haven't. In fact, this is the first time I'm seeing a stokbrood. But I'm very excited because I've seen it on pictures and I've seen it on TV. This is the first time I've come so close to one. You got to take me through the process of how to make it.
You make it sound like an exotic animal. But okay,
well,
pretty easy to make.
It's a uniquely South African thing to have, I suppose. So there is an exoticism about it and something to look forward to, right?
Is that even a thing?
Exoticism.
All right. Well, Sasco flour is what we're using, of course, also with wonderful heritage of 80 years that the brand has been around, so we can certainly trust them. We got some flour over here that will go in.
So
dry ingredients.
When would you have a stokbrood?
A stokbrood you'd have maybe as a starter before the main braai, so just as like a little bit of a little nibble on, if you will. And this one has a bit of chakalaka in it, which infuses that heritage that we talk about as well. Yeah, exactly. So you've got bicarbonate here and some salt. Those are dry ingredients that'll go in there. Then we'll get some butter. How about that?
Ooh,
more butter.
Nice texture.
Get it in there.
That's going to give it.
Now this is where, because this is your first time making a stokbrood, you're going to get involved. So you're going to get your hands involved in there.
Okay, right.
And massage that butter into the flour. Yeah, into the flour, into the salt. Allow your heritage to infuse into the flour.
Oh, it's coming across a bit aggressive.
No.
Tutorial.
Concentrate. You know, because the stokbroodjie is not a stokperkie. It's a stokbroodjie. It's a real thing. So as you work it, massage it. Make it feel your love. Let your hands and the warmth of your hands melt the butter.
Okay.
Make it work.
There's really no butter left now.
Sing to it if you must. I don't know.
Sana Marela. Sana Marela.
And as you do this, you're gonna hit the chakalaka. Work it, Tabisa, man. Get involved, you know. Get involved. Yo, Tabisa, Simona Makubela. Yo, Tanta Matsoho Moharaka Flow. Yo, why Duba? Why Massage? We don't do the and then of course, you're not done. Your duties are not done. Open up a well in the middle there.
All right.
And we're gonna get some buttermilk to go in there as well.
Nice.
You can even use some amasi if you're that way inclined. Right. So get in there now.
Nice.
We dube.
Yeah.
We chupe.
Hoshota. Hoshota something.
You must work.
Okay.
Yeah, well, exactly. So at the end, you're going to end up with something like this.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. And once you have done all of that beautifully and it's combined, then you can take a break now. You can take a break. You can take a break. Oh, I see you're getting it. Okay. So SMS the keyword Sasko to 33728.
That's right.
And of course, we'll send you the link to the recipe. Now, here's the fun part of making a stock broikie. So now, you're going to take those skewers.
Okay.
Take one for yourself.
All right.
Okay. And what you're then going to do with it, please bring me skewers.
Hold on, please.
What's wrong?
Just hang five.
Are you having a bit of trouble? Get some of that dough out there that we've made so beautifully. You're going to roll it into a sausage-like shape.
Yeah.
Right? So get it all rolled out there.
How thick do you go with this?
Depending on how thick you like it.
Okay.
It's not really, there's no
Not a
prescription
thing, not
as
a
such.
thing.
All right, so then once you've gotten the sausage-like shape, then you're going to take your skewer. Oshape kodimo. Get it nicely leveraged, and then you're going to just twist it around.
Okay.
Twist it around your skewer. There we go. Let it twist around. Are you okay? No, your sausage is way too short, bro. It's like
I thought you said there was no prescriptions.
No, as in to the. Okay, all right.
We know what we are doing.
Come here with your novice skills of stock brood making, and then you don't listen. Why you must listen? Okay, and then look at that. Nice. Beautiful. That's what it's supposed to look like. Can you make yours look like that?
Yes, I can.
Please make yours look like that.
All right. No pressure.
Look.
All right.
While
I do this.
Okay, and then
next?
you would have an open flame. Perhaps this would be just as your coals are starting out. Put some flame. So just, you got to have, and this is where the best part of making a stock broikie, you'd be having conversation, you got your drink there, chatting to your friends, and just letting it do its thing. And obviously it's going to start crusting on the outside.
Yeah. How long does it take?
As long as you like, really. You know what I mean? So, once again, it's a... Are you all right?
I'm fine, man.
No, but you still make...
I'm giving you a chance to get yours ready there.
Your sausage is too thick. You need to make it longer.
Yeah.
Longer?
I'm waiting for you.
No, okay, sharp. When I worry about your sausage, I've got mine here.
Okay. Well, the keyword is
now
Sasko.
You twist it on.
SMS Sasko to 33728. You can believe that I will be SMSing Sasko to 33728 because I need a little bit more time in the kitchen practicing how to make this.
Look at it already. The beautiful... Oh, yes. Yes. Lovely. Oh, that's half decent. I'll have this side of the fire, you'll have that side. Right, cool. Let's quickly show everyone at home how we made this, and then let's see what yours looks like when we come back. Don't touch my sausage. It's just, there we go.
Sasko, baking together since 1930. Stokbrood is a traditional favorite for old and young. Everyone, especially children, enjoying watching their bread turn golden brown over the flames. So why not try your hand at this Braai essential with Sasko's Chakalaka Stokbrood recipe? To get started, in a bowl, add 500 grams of Sasko self-raising wheat flour. Then, using your hands, rub in 30 grams of cold and cubed butter until it resembles breadcrumbs. Next, add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon bicarbonate of soda. Add 1.5 cups of buttermilk and 1/2 cup of chakalaka and cut with a knife until the mixture starts combining and forms a dough. Knead the dough lightly for 2 minutes and divide into golf ball-sized portions. Then roll out each portion of dough into a long strip and twist around clean sticks or thick skewers. Braai the stokbrood over an open flame until cooked through and slightly charred. Be sure to rotate often while cooking. Important, children should always be accompanied by an adult when braaiing their stokbrood. Gather your stok for this traditional favorite. Watch your bread get golden on the fryer and enjoy the amazing smell of fresh bread in the air with friends and family this Heritage Day.
The amazing smell of fresh bread in the air. I can smell that. Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
You smell mine?
Yes. SMS the keyword Sasko to 33728. And it takes a bit of patience.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is the time in which you can engage in conversations,
you
share
chat
stories, you know.
Have a drink.
So how was this for your first stokbroodjie making experience?
Look, it looks like a very simple thing to make, but it's not that simple. You kind of have to get involved, especially if you're making it with love, if you're making it and presentation is important to you.
Absolutely.
Like you've done, you know. Absolutely. But I've learned so much about it. I'm definitely going to be SMSing Sasko to 33728 because this is quite something to make on the weekends when you hang out with your mates.
With some chakalaka, could even have some cheese kamokhari.
I think it's ready.
Yeah?
Eh? Don't you think?
You gonna try it? You wanna break bread?
Yep, I'll break that one over there.
Break that one over there. I'm still trying to like get my just nurse mine.
Let's see. Leanne and Graham might want to even get involved at some point.
Utla.
Let's invite them to get closer.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Sasko, baking together since 1930.
Okay.
Get in here, guys.
Yep, guys. You want to get involved? We made some really delicious things over here.
Did you make that one yourself?
Yes,
man?
we did. Kat and I.
Did you make that one in your hand there? Did you make that?
No, I didn't make this one. I made this one.
Lie, man. You must lie.
That's right.
Graham, have the one that Tabitha made.
Oh no, I'm this one's so close. I don't want to lean across my friend and be rude.
You have the
I
one
think
that
mine
I
is
made,
done.
tell me.
Don't be surprised, dude. That
No. As in, like, I didn't expect the one I You're right. I should have just acted more professional.
It looks awesome, man.
Nice and hot, and then.
Do you want to try it with the chakalaka as well?
Huh? As an extra dip.
Dip it into the chakalaka.
Why didn't I?
Over and above.
That's good.
Can I break some?
Yeah, break.
You don't want to just rush in and break it.
That's nice. It's so well done.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
Shining coin, the silver moon hang over Lion's Head as the evening sky to dread. Come with me and I will show you the sun.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Yes, indeed. It's time to take a short left as we welcome you back on this beautiful Heritage Day. So September is Heritage Month, in fact, and Sandparks National Manager Johan Taljaard joins us in studio to chat about how this is the perfect time, beautiful opportunity to explore and experience the best a rich cultural, multicultural society has to offer. And whether it's a trip to your nearest national park, which does excite me a lot, or even just a visit to a historic museum or a heritage site while on holiday, September serves to celebrate our unique and cultural diversity.
Exactly. That's why we're joined this morning by Sandparks National Manager Johan Taljaard. Good to have you on the show this morning, Johan. I love the fact that South Africa is visited by tourists from around the world, especially from now. You'll start seeing the influx of them. They're enjoying its natural beauty, but that's great. Why is it important, however, for locals to experience South African national parks and the joy and the beauty that we experience in that?
Good morning, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.
South African National Park manages 19 national parks across the country in 7 of our provinces. And these is basically the epitome of the natural beauty of what South Africa offers, from the mountain deserts of the Richtersveld to the savanna plains of the Kruger National Park, Bushveld in Marakele National Park, right down to the sea, Garden Route, Knysna Wilderness, Tsitsikamma, Agulhas, West Coast National Park, Flower Beauty, going up into Namakwa Land, and then in the middle of the country we also have places like Karoo National Park, Tankwa Karoo National Park, and so on. These places, of course, are the heritage of the people of South Africa. Coupled with that is also a lot of cultural and historical heritage. Mapungubwe, right at the northern tip of the country. Masurini, Tulamela, these places are all within our national parks, and for South African national parks, of course, it's very important that the people of South Africa visit their own heritage.
I love the fact that tourists flock from all over the world to go to sandparks, to experience this, to immerse themselves in the bush and the culture. Yet we often forget about it, or we become desensitized. Maybe we're spoiled to have this all on our doorstep. But obviously September affords us a wonderful opportunity to do that with some extra help, some great deals in the offering. What great deals are specifically sandparks offering over this time?
Well, I think we all agree that tourism is one of the economic drivers in our country.
We need it, yeah.
And Sandparks, just the week ago, ran through Sandparks Week, where we offered free access to all South Africans. Now we are in Travel Week in conjunction with South African Tourism and doing the short left, where we have also a lot of deals, like 40% discount in some of our rest camps, and I can give you examples of 40% discount, for instance, in Agulhas National Park's rest camp and guest house, right at the southern tip of the continent of Africa. 40% discount in Golden Gate Highlands National Park's mountain retreat, which is at 2,200 meters above sea level, the highest luxury accommodation you will find in South Africa.
The high life, that's what we call it, the high life.
That's high life at its best.
Yeah.
Also in Kruger National Park, Mupani Rest Camp, 40% discount, as well as in Sereni Bush Camp, 20% discount in Karoo National Park. We've got also discounts in some of our other parks, and connected with that, packages, of course, game drives, snorkeling, horse riding, things like that.
Yeah. Well, I know that as South Africans, we all want to travel, but sometimes the biggest barrier to traveling is, you know, the cost of that. So I'm happy that Travel Week is offering these amazing discounted offers, 40%, 50%. That's wonderful, so that we too can experience the beauty of our wonderful country.
Yes, I must say that 80% of people visiting our national parks are in fact South Africans.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Which I think to a certain extent says that it is still cost effective.
Yes, yes.
But over and above that, South African national parks, like other tourism products, also offers a loyalty card system.
Yes.
We call it the wild card. It not only gives you free access to national parks, but also provincial reserves and across the border, like for instance the big game parks in Swaziland. And associated with that, of course, is also things like game drives and other activities, adventure activities and so on.
So you can not just see it, but experience it. Absolutely love that. Johan, thank you so much for all of the effort that you guys put into promoting what has got to be one of, I would normally say a hidden gem, but a very unhidden gem in South Africa, something that we are all so proud of and should take just a moment, especially if you've got young ones. Take your children to experience this. If you want them to appreciate the idea of conservancy, the idea of what it is to have the bush, they need to see it, smell it, experience it for themselves. Johan, thank you so much for joining us, for all of your efforts over this travel week. You can go and see the world that is literally on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa this Heritage Month, and that's from September 23rd to the 29th, and you can get all of those deals on travelstart.co.za.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Well, our celebration of Heritage Day certainly does continue here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got the Cape Malay Choir, formed back in 1939, celebrating their 80th anniversary this year. What a fantastic group of gentlemen we have in studio here who are carrying on the culture and the tradition of the Malay people of the Cape. And here they are with their first performance here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's called Rosa. That was a performance. That was a performance, the ultimate performance for Heritage Day, guys. Thank you so much. Of course, you're not going anywhere. You've still got some more songs for us. And this song in particular, Rosa, if you've been to many weddings, you will have heard this song be performed right. It's a big song in traditional weddings. Share with us any stories or memories or ideas or thoughts or images you may have of any Cape Malay performances. We'd like to see them on our Facebook page. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3.
What's up, guys? This is Ndando Duma. I'm a media personality, a TV presenter, actress, and a mother. Join me on the island, buy a Tropica bottle and see entry details on the bottle. Upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and the hashtag is TIOT9. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in on this wonderful Heritage Day. Of course, we've been asking you to fly your flag proudly, and so cool to see our viewers out there doing it. We've already had a couple of images come through. I think you're going to see on your screen in just a moment one of those beautiful flags. It's an opportunity to express all that is amazing and diverse. We've said do it on your office, do it in your home, even do it on your car. Thank you so much.
On your bakkie.
On your bakkie, man. Is there anything more quintessentially South African than that? So keep displaying that flag, keep sending those pictures to us. At Expresso Show is the handle to use. Proudly South African.
Thanks, Lando.
Indeed. So I think one way we express our pride, obviously, is through the Springboks. At the moment, as we speak, there are 20 nations currently fighting it out to win the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan. South Africa may not have gotten off to the perfect start up against the All Blacks. Certainly no reason to panic at this stage, but they remain amongst the favourites to win the tournament, undoubtedly. And the Springboks will be hoping to bring back some silverware in the form of the coveted Webb Ellis Cup. But if you would like to maybe get your own piece of silverware, an Invictus medallion might just be the perfect option.
Absolutely. So these medallions showcase South Africa's rich history in precious metal, and here to talk to us about them and show them off to us, tell us all about these medallions, please welcome General Manager at the Cape Mint, Howard Steenkamp. Great to have you here.
Howard, welcome.
Hi, morning, gentlemen.
Welcome
morning to you.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Awesome.
These are beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely, and proudly South African products minted right here in the beautiful Cape. Tell us about the significance and the importance of these Springbok Invictus medallion collection.
Well, this collection celebrates the 25 years of democracy of South Africa. It symbolizes 25 years of rugby history in a new democratic state. And it also honors the game, which has always been the sport that brings South Africans together. So we collaborated all three of those aspects and we put it together into one medal or a series of medals that can actually just amplify those three little milestones in South Africa as well.
And they're exquisitely designed. Sure. Take nothing away from the aesthetic. They are beautiful. I think when you say the game, rugby being the vehicle for it in 1995, the game, yes. Is this a connection to all World Cups? Is it a connection to this World Cup? What association to rugby specifically inspired this?
Well, you hit it right on the button there by saying 1995 when we won the World Cup on home soil, and we had President Nelson Mandela that inspired the team and inspired the nation as well. And that was our first Invictus moment. And then we had our second one in 2007 when we won the World Cup again. So all these victories, it was a great inspiration for us, and the victory of South Africa. celebrating its 25 years of freedom. That was another victory. So we put all three victories together and we compiled it and put it into this coin to celebrate. So this coin is a celebration of South Africa, and we're using the rugby platform as well.
So if I'd like to own a piece of history, essentially, how do I go about viewing it and then making my choice and decision to buy?
Well, you know, today's world, everything is about technology, so you can go onto our website, www.capemint.com, and you'll have the whole CDs with the price range and the whole symbolism and description of each and every coin on our website as well.
And if you're a true sports fan, okay, you want some memorabilia to remember this World Cup, because I have a feeling, there is a good feeling, there is a sense that the Springboks might be due another Webb Ellis trophy. How are you feeling? I know not the best opener, but as someone who is emotionally invested in the Springboks now, I'm sure going through this process must have been wonderful, but how are you feeling about the Boks?
Well, we support, at the Cape Mint, I've got a great team, okay? I've got an awesome team, and we support the Boks, okay? We had a bit of a rough start, but I've got a great feeling this is our third Invictus moment. So we at the Cape Mint, which is an amazing bunch of guys, supporting an amazing rugby team, and the results are going to be awesome.
So I want to focus back on the coins. May I pick up one of these? This is one of the gold ones over here. I'm looking to become a collector of sorts of historic goods such as these. What am I looking at if I'm looking at the future value of something like this? Would it appreciate over time if I'm looking to include it into my investment portfolio? Because this is truly unique.
Yes, because it's a precious metal. We've got the range that's got silver in it, and precious metals always, the graph always increases. So over long term, I would actually tell you to go that route as well. And it's a piece of history. That is the crux of the matter. It's a serious piece of history. 25 years down the line, and you can have a piece of history. I think that is awesome, especially on a day like today, celebrating Heritage Day, and you can purchase a piece of history as well. I mean,
and if we win it for a third time, you know how much that's going to appreciate.
It's more the case, we're going to win it.
I like that. I love that confidence.
It's a beautiful piece as well. It's absolutely lovely, man.
Yeah, it's a limited mintage range, and you get certification with it as well. So yeah, because it's limited, I would advise people to jump into the bandwagon and start buying. Not being the salesman as the general manager, but to say because it's limited, I would actually inspire South Africans to jump on to get that opportunity to buy some history.
Wow. Brilliant. So all you got to do is head on to your website, capemint.co.za?
Yeah, .com.
That's correct. And all of those details are there. Thank you for bringing us this wonderful news, and especially on this Heritage Day, as we look to celebrate all things proudly South African.
Oh, that's so awesome. And I am proudly South African.
You can see it. Absolutely.
I'm going to lay this down here before it finds its way into my bag somewhere. I need to acquire it legally.
Oh, I thought you brought these for the studio team as a summer.
No such luck. No such luck. But thank you so much, Mr. Steenkamp. Right now, let's catch you up quickly on the headlines of the morning.
In the national news this morning, the South African Society of Bank Officials says it's going ahead with its countrywide banking strike this Friday. The union, the largest financial union in the country, says it will ensure that ATMs and banking operations are not functional. Some 40,000 members are expected to take part in the strike, which is against the retrenchment of workers and digitalization of banking systems. Meanwhile, SARS has warned that the strike may impact tax payment and is encouraging taxpayers to submit their payments 2 business days in advance. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula says it is every driver's duty to contribute towards road safety. This comes in the wake of a number of fatal accidents recently in the Western Cape, Free State, KZN, Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Tangible steps towards curbing the carnage have been taken. The minister said efforts to ensure that traffic policing becomes a 24/7 activity are well underway. In the coming weeks, a campaign will also be rolled out that will vigorously drive road safety measures through a collaborative effort with organs of civil society. Now moving further abroad, Senegal's government says that women suffering from breast and cervical cancer will be offered free chemotherapy in public hospitals from the beginning of October. For other types of cancers, 60% of costs will be reimbursed, the government says. The World Health Organization commended the move and said it will hopefully reduce mortality and help alleviate poverty. An estimated $1.6 billion has been allocated by the Senegalese government for this new venture. Other countries on the continent, such as Rwanda, Namibia and the Seychelles, also offer free chemotherapy. Thomas Cook, the world's oldest travel firm, collapsed yesterday, stranding hundreds of thousands of holidaymakers around the globe and sparking the largest peacetime repatriation effort in British history. The demise of Thomas Cook marks the end of one of Britain's oldest companies that started in 1841 by running local rail excursions before surviving 2 world wars to pioneer package holidays, first in Europe and then further afield. The firm now runs hotels, resorts and airlines for 19 million people a year in 16 countries. It currently has 600,000 people abroad. And finally, local anesthesiologist Dr. Patience Nchani, affectionately known as Dr. Pashi, has scooped a prestigious international award. She bagged the Positivity Award at a global event in the Hilton Liverpool Hotel in London over the weekend. The Positive Awards, the first of their kind, celebrate mindfulness and positivity and recognize 16 people or businesses globally who have positively impacted the lives of others. Nchani says it was an honor to receive this type of recognition. She says she was floored when she was contacted from the UK and told that her brand and life story were worthy of an award and nomination. The Limpopo born anesthesiologist said the award would serve as a symbol of hope and inspiration for children all around the world. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's get a final look at what's happening in the exciting world of sport. Here's Graham.
Thanks so much, Lee. Let's wrap up those major sporting headlines. Sad news, at least for one player. Sharks prop Thomas du Toit does join the Springboks in Japan as replacement for Trevor Nyakane, who sadly tore his right calf in the rugby opener Pool B match between South Africa and New Zealand on Saturday. And Nyakane first suffered a knee strain in the World Cup warm-up match between the Boks and host Japan, and then went on to tear his calf shortly after coming on in the team's first official match this weekend. So the Springboks will be continuing their World Cup campaign on Saturday when they face neighbours Namibia. Staying with the Rugby World Cup action, it continued yesterday. Just one fixture on the roster as Wales claimed a convincing 43-14 win over Georgia, scoring 6 tries in the process and securing that bonus point win for the team. So Wales, currently ranked 4th in the world, produced a fantastic first half display of rugby, opening the scoring in the first 4 minutes. Georgia did fight back in the second half, but Warren Gatland's side had already done the damage. So next, Wales will face against Australia, while Georgia will take on Uruguay, both matches taking place next Sunday. Then bringing it back home for netball, the semi-final spots for the 2019 varsity netball competition have been confirmed, and they'll see the University of the Free State take on Stellenbosch University and the University of Pretoria facing off against Northwest University next week. The Tuks claimed a massive 77-10 win over TUT to advance and finish at the top of the standings. Marties did narrowly lose out to Kofsi 65-61, but had already done enough to advance through to the semis. Then finally, it's a big one in football. Barcelona and Argentinian forward Lionel Messi has won the top prize at the 2019 FIFA Football Awards last night, walking away with the award for the best men's player of the year, ahead of a stellar outfit nominees Cristiano Ronaldo and Virgil van Dijk. This is the 6th time Messi has won the award with his last coming back in 2015. The United States forward Megan Rapinoe won the best women's player, understandably. That was after a stellar performance in the Women's World Cup. And throwing forward to today, just one game on the roster again, a clash between the 20th ranked Russia and 16th ranked Samoa. Have to be the favourites there, certainly. That'll take place at the Kumakaya Rugby Stadium from around 12:15 this afternoon. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Money, money. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Gima. Let's take a final look at your temperatures across the country. But first of all, a final look at those beautiful sunrise pictures. Our executive producer, the boss of this place, Patience Stevens, has sent us this beautiful sunrise picture from outside our studio. And it includes our South African flag in honor of Heritage Day. And in Cape Town, of course, today you can expect plenty of sunshine with a strong southwesterly wind and pleasant temperatures reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Thank you for that beautiful pictures, Patience. Thank you to Trish Retief as well for your your sunrise from Durban, Pat Harris for your sunrise picture from Kleinbos in Tsitsikamma, and Leslie Johnson for your sunrise from Durban, as well as Fatima Kotia for your sunrise picture from Plettenberg Bay, and lastly, Patience, of course, for that sunrise in Cape Town. Happy Heritage Day, everyone. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, a low of 10 today, reaching a high of 20, with Mbombela starting off at 13, peaking at 21 degrees today. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, 11 and 22, with Johannesburg pulling through a low of 9, reaching a high of 20. Mahikeng, you've got high humidity today, 6, that's your low, reaching a high of 21, with Klerksdorp at 11, reaching that max of 28 degrees. It's sunny out in Kimberley, 8 and 28, with Bloemfontein starting off at 4 and reaching that high of 24 degrees. Richards Bay, 15, reaching a high of 19. Pietermaritzburg is a low of 8, reaching that max of 21 degrees. A light drizzle for Durban, temperatures 15 and 21, with Mthatha at 6 and 21. East London, you can expect heavy rainfall today, 11, that's your low, reaching a high of 19, with the lowest temperatures in the country. Craddock, that's for you, 2, reaching a high of 20. Occasional rain for Port Elizabeth as well, 11, reaching a maximum of 18, with a couple of showers expected for George, 8, reaching a max of 16. High humidity for Sutherland, it's a nice and sunny day still, 4, that's your low, reaching a high of 17, with the mother city expecting that southwesterly wind of 18 kilometers per hour, 11, that's your low, reaching a high of 22. If you're out in Worcester, 9, that's your low, reaching a high of 23. Springbok, easterly wind of 27 kilometers per hour, and your temperatures 13, your low, reaching highs of 27. If you're out in Uppington, brace yourselves. You've got the highest temperatures in the country, and your low is 12, reaching that high of 28 degrees. Well, no matter the weather, make it a feel-good type of day. Happy Heritage Day, everyone.
Well, let me tell you,
I'm nervous now.
Thursday morning. Are you nervous?
I'm
Don't
nervous,
be nervous.
not
be
for me, but for
confident,
them.
G. I know. Okay, so the reason why G's feeling like this is because this Thursday morning, the presenter search on 3 top 8 contestants will be taking over Expresso. So after
That's
2
awesome.
challenges and 3 eliminations, this will be their toughest time to shine yet. Going live for the first time for 3 hours.
I mean, we love it. It's like second nature for us because we get to do it every day. But for the first time, it's hectic, man. And you can join that conversation using the hashtag Expresso Show. Let us know who you think should stay and who should go now, who should be eliminated. You guys can play a role in that. It's the presenter search on 3 Expresso Takeover this Thursday from 6 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours, you, and I'm speaking to you, the contestants.
Own it. What it takes to shine on Expresso. Your favorite breakfast show is searching for new presenters, and it's your time to shine with Orbit Gum.
Own it with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
In thrilling weekly challenges, who will stand, who will stumble, and who will win the right to bring you the best of breakfast television. It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum.
Bon boy.
Bon boy!
Discover the new language of travel. Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
On your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Tuesday, Heritage Day, all across South Africa as we celebrate all that is beautiful and South African. Of course, in the kitchen, we do that in all kinds of delicious ways. And so this morning, we're joined by our Cape Malay foodie, Zarina Davis, who's here to share what foods make part of her heritage, and she's going to be teaching us how to make a mouth-watering chicken Akhni recipe as well, as you can see over here. But it's good to have you, Zarina. How are you?
Thank you, Kat. I'm good. It's nice to be here again.
Excellent, excellent. And this for you, I'm sure, is a way in which you preserve part of your heritage and your culture through food. Why do you think it's so important that we do preserve those old recipes that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers used to write in books over years
handwritten
and years?
black hardcovers and soft cover.
Why do you think it's so important?
Kat, I think we need to preserve our heritage for our kids to take forward so that they can have something to show their kids one day.
Yeah, and have an appreciation for...
appreciate what, just the heritage.
Yeah, where we've come from and where it is hoping that we're going united as a nation. All right, well, let's unite in this deliciousness here. And you're going to show us how to make this chicken Akhni, right?
Yeah. Well, we've got our pot heated here.
Yeah.
So we're going to add in some oil. And some chopped onion.
So this is a dish that is very common in the Cape Malay community.
Definitely, you know, Akhni is that food that you can have hot or cold. It's best served hot. But it's that dish that you can take to the beach with you and share with people. It's just that food that brings people together.
Excellent, excellent. So you've got your onions going there.
With the onions chopped. And you can actually
oil.
add your spices as well, which is your stick cinnamon.
Stick cinnamon?
Your pimento, which we call allspice.
Yes.
And your cardamom.
And you have them whole?
You have them whole, yes. Okay. You have them whole. Your cardamom, and you can add some bay leaves to it. And your onions, you just braise until it's nice brown, golden color.
So if you just joined us, we are learning all about the different cuisines of our country that form part of our heritage. And in this specific instance, we're making a Cape Malay chicken Akhni. And you can SMS the keyword chicken to 33728 and we'll send that through to you. Now, while you do that, okay, let's quickly focus
while
on
your
this.
onions are braising, you mix your chicken with your spices. You've just got some ground jeera or cumin.
Yes.
And coriander or dhania. Your roast spices, your salt, turmeric, and you can just mix.
Lots of flavors
and
going
of salt.
into...
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a very flavorful dish, and it's got a nice odor to it.
Excellent. When you said dhania, it immediately... Oh, gosh, that smells amazing.
Ground dhania, yeah.
Ooh, okay. When you said dhania, that made my synapses click a little bit, because earlier on we were talking about denningsvleis.
Denningsvleis, that's right.
is also a dish that's common in
is also an old
Cape Malay
traditional
culture.
dish. It's like cubed beef with nice fatty pieces on. That is braised in an onion. It's a sweet sour dish.
Yeah.
And you serve it with sweet yellow rice, mashed potatoes, squash.
Beautiful.
It was a Sunday special.
A Sunday special.
It's not like the Akhni where you can take anywhere.
So you've got to have somebody coming over that's really special at home for you to make that for them.
It's a Sunday morning tradition.
Okay.
So you need the denningsvleis for the Sunday afternoon lunch.
Right, that looks good. So our
now
onions
you
are
add your
just getting
chicken.
translucent now, and we're going to pop the chicken in there with all the beautiful spices. And while we do that as well, talk to me about... I was saying worteltjies and ertjies, but you said...
No, it's worteltjies and ertjies.
Worteltjies and ertjies.
It's actually Irish stew.
Yes.
But the Cape Malays call it worteltjies and ertjies, and we know it as kifaaidkos. Kifaaidkos is a janaza where you have death.
Is a what?
A janaza.
So kifaaidkos is a janaza.
Where you have death, and there's a Muslim burial.
Yes.
And worteltjies and ertjies is what they serve at janazas traditionally.
Oh, okay. See, now we're learning linguistics as well. I'm loving this. And then, I like this one. The ou vrou onder die komber.
Ou vrou onder die komber.
Like, the thing is, I'm trying to read it, and you can't say ou vrou onder die kombers. No, it's ou vrou onder die kombers.
Onder die kombers, yeah.
What is that?
It's a cabbage stew. It's a frikadel that's wrapped in cabbage leaves.
Yeah.
And also cooked in an onion braise and soft potato.
Oh, wow.
It's a delicious stew.
Excellent.
And it's best had with homemade chutney.
Speaking of potatoes, these might be very soft right now,
Yeah.
filled with water to keep them nice and moist. What are we going to be waiting for over there in order to add the rest of the
Chicken
ingredients?
cooks very quickly.
Yes.
So while the chicken is cooking, you could actually add your potato.
Okay, because that's a hard vegetable and it takes
Yeah,
quite
and it'll cook with the chicken and it'll go very soft very quickly. So that can saute, and then you can add your. I'll just add another pinch of salt.
Yeah, you've got to season while you are making the food as well. Oh, wow, I'm enjoying this so much.
And then you
Hopefully I won't
add your
become
strained rice, your soaked strained basmati rice. Basmati is always the best rice to use. It's very fragrant.
What would you say is the most famous dish in Cape Malay culture?
Well,
or treat, so it could be something like a cook sister. Or what do you think is the...
Kusista.
Yeah, that's the most
Sunday
famous
morning
one.
kusista, which has now been transformed to an everyday kusista.
Yeah, because everyone wants to have it every day.
You have to, you have to. So you see, all you do is you leave that now to
Yes.
simmer.
So you're going to let the heat from the bottom really cook through the
Yeah,
rice,
we'll
cook
just
through the
blow it up a
potatoes.
little bit.
And while it does that, the flavors of the spices will infuse
Yeah.
into
So you've got to actually add some water to it.
Okay, you can do that. SMS the
And then
keyword
leave
chicken
your-
to 33728. Chicken to 33728, and we'll send that through to you.
Because
then
that rice has now got to cook with your chicken and your potato.
Yes,
And then
you're
you just
gonna close
close your pot, and the secret is to leave your pot closed.
Yes. For how long?
For about 15, 20 minutes. You just check it for water every
Yeah.
time, for moisture. But the steam will cook your potatoes and your chicken and steam your rice.
And then you'll be sure that that chicken is going to be nice and moist and tender.
Smell it.
You'll smell it. You'll absolutely
smell
smell
it.
it. Thank you so much, Serena. Much appreciated. And we
Thank
really
you, Kat.
love having you here, sharing part of your heritage with us. And at the end of the day, this is what the dish would look like. And you've presented it with some...
Tomato sambal.
Tomato sambal.
Tomato, yeah.
Tomato, onion, and
Tomato,
a little bit
onion,
of parsley.
dhania, touch of chili,
And then, of
vinegar,
course,
salt,
with a
sugar.
side of some blatyang, some chutney there as well. May I just have a taste?
Absolutely.
Just get in here. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm gonna get into the chicken. Hold on, you didn't make all this chicken for nothing, and you said we can have it cold as well, right? Yo! Askis, guys, for the guys that That's good.
Now you can
That's
do your
very- it's all
little
over my fingers.
Olivia dance.
In fact, I think we're about to hear that song right now. I'm so happy about that. Thank you, Zarina.
You're welcome. Thanks
Chicken to
for having me.
33728.
Happy Heritage Day, everyone.
Happy Heritage Day.
Just close the spot, where's the lid?
Oh, happy Heritage Day, everyone. There's all sorts of festivities here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. You've got all the festive food being made in the kitchen. And over here, you've got the guys from the Cape Malay Choir on standby to give us yet another festive performance. This one is called It's a Mopi, and it's called Nuwe Jaar. Take it away, gents. the Cape Malay Choir here, your Feel Good Breakfast Show, the New Year. Of course, all these festive sounds that you can expect to hear traditionally whenever there's some festivity going on. In this particular one, it sounds like it's for the New Year, right? For the New Year. Let us know what you think on Facebook of this performance using that hashtag Expresso Show.
On the next episode of The Next Brand Ambassador, going back to basics, the contestants are tasked with putting together a mall activation that attracts passing shoppers and generates leads.
It's go time.
What are we going to do to make this great?
This is so intense.
I've never done this. Poor help. No one wants to work with me.
If you want to be boss, go be boss somewhere else, gal.
That's The Next Brand Ambassador, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, live on SABC3. It's that time of the morning. It's time for us to find out from our resident movie guru. It's JP Sebastian. What movies have caught his attention? And this morning, he brings us the latest movie trailers worth checking out. Ooh, really exciting. This one, Dark Waters, JP.
Yeah, so while we've got award season coming up, there's a bunch of people now who are quick to, rushing to get their movies out with these big names in them. I'm always happy to see Mark Ruffalo in everything. We know Mark Ruffalo usually as the Incredible Hulk, the big green fighting machine in the Marvel movies. However, this time around, he's turned to other green concerns. The true story of a man who was a corporate defense lawyer for the company DuPont, a multi-billion-dollar company that makes chemicals. This is the story about them lying about the dangers of Teflon on our products, which obviously is banned now.
Okay.
And him seeing that this is endangering the lives at a production plant of 70,000 local people. Ruffalo has done stuff similar to this before. Spotlight was the last one, where it was the true story about the newspaper that broke the story about pedophilia in the Catholic Church. And so he's really, I love so much that this actor, as well as being remarkable as he is in everything he does, aside from the Incredible Hulk, whether it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, or Begin Again, or a bunch of other movies that he's done. He's always got his personal activism in mind as well, because he's in real life wildlife, concerned about the environment. He's at the front of the standing.
So this is a real passion
and
take
it means
on.
a lot to him, and a lot of critics are already, because he's done some of the circuit at festivals and stuff like that, saying that he's in line for nomination for the role that he plays here.
Did I see Anne Hathaway there?
Yeah, sorry. Other large names as well. Tim Robbins as well. Anne Hathaway, we love dearly too. Man, she's good. And so she plays wife to Mark Ruffalo in this difficult role of how do you support your significant other through taking this brave step of whistleblowing. Someone who wants to work against a $100 billion corporation from their tiny platform.
After you.
Yes, and so not only is it just sort of like a drama in some ways, it's also a corporate thriller with real dangers of death and life at stake.
When is it out?
Well, you caught me there. I don't know if there's there is a date in South Africa. It's
Jan 2020.
So 2020 is when we get it, but it will be out in America in time for Oscar nomination and all that kind of other stuff.
How's this? Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anne de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Johnson, Toni Collette,
Michael Shannon, Christopher Plummer,
star-studded
ensemble cast.
Knives Out.
Yeah, and they weren't joking about this is the full arsenal. Never mind the knives. All of these actors are amazing. Toni Collette, most recently for me, was in Hereditary. Should have won the Oscar for that. All of these actors
think so too.
are so. You saw that. Oh my goodness. You saw The Shape of Water.
Yes,
You've said before. Michael Shannon was in that. He's
you
lovely
got me
in that.
to watch that. Yeah.
Chris Evans, who we know usually as Captain America, is doing here something with a bit of a more dark edge, which is good for him because he does have a sense of humor, and he is able to take the mickey out of himself, rip himself off. And so while I'm making all these sort of comical claims about it, interestingly about this trailer, which I think would be the final one before the movie comes out, it doesn't really give away that a lot of critics are saying this is one of the funniest movies of the year. It's still got very sort of thriller undertones to it, and the feeling of, because it's described as a Rian Johnson whodunit. Rian Johnson, by the way, is the guy who directed The Last Jedi and Looper. It still seems determined to still be a good detective movie, because you got Daniel Craig, who is also so funny if you watch Logan Lucky again, like snooping for clues, unpiecing people's sentences after the story being, by the way, that Christopher Plummer mysteriously commits suicide on his 85th birthday with all the family there. So who wanted to inherit something? So for all the drama that this trailer puts across and the well-crafted sort of detective story it is, a lot of people are saying it's just super funny as well.
JP Cunningham. So this one, a documentary profiling the revolutionary impact of Master Cunningham.
Yes, Master Cunningham is a dancer I know very little. I know nothing about. But isn't it always nice to hear about other mediums aside from just film, aside from just writing, that this is a language in itself, and Master Cunningham is like the apogee, the apex of a dancer who portrayed to us as average members of the public that it speaks for itself. It's not just an interpretive thing. So it's a beautiful documentary by the looks of things. Aside from just stock footage of old interviews with the master himself, you've got in between, the director has chosen to recreate dances of his, which he did in total 180.
180?
Not all of them obviously appear in this 2-hour movie, but as you can see, they're all beautifully staged, whether in a training section like this or
nicely.
The costumes look beautiful, and they're all obviously originally to the choreography of the man himself. What they did is they took the original dances from, the troupe, the dance school, to recreate, as you're seeing right now, some of these beautiful scenes, and to ask some of these questions that not a lot of documentaries do for me. Interesting enough is asking an artist how they think about art, and not just what is the art captured in its sort of dimension.
How they approach it, what process is.
And so the question is, in this documentary, is it just an interpretive device, or is it, like I was saying before, like a language in itself? But
Nouveau type of film, I'm guessing?
Yeah, probably very much so. But no date in SA just yet, but it looks beautiful enough. I'm super intrigued, even though dance is not my first thing.
I love dance. I love anything to do with performance, so that's definitely caught my attention. JP, man, you are an absolute rock star. Thank you so much for this. We're going to be chatting just off air about some of the other movies that you've got lined up for us. But in the meantime, it's time for us to see who's winning something amazing with Tropica.
Of course, because we know there's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. In fact, Tropica fans have been submitting those video auditions for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao in the hopes of joining the 6 celebrity contestants on the island. But there are a lot of other prizes up for grabs when you buy Tropica. They're giving away airtime, there's cash, Caribbean tan hampers, guest watches, LG Q60 smartphones, there's 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs up for grabs, and steam dishwashers. There's There's more than 100,000 prizes up for grabs.
So almost everyone can get a prize, but you've got to enter. So what you've got to do to stand a chance of winning one of these amazing, and they really are amazing prizes, is buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life as well. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker, and then just simply follow those entry details.
That's really all you have to do to stand a chance of winning one of those amazing prizes. And talking about winning, we have a very special announcement this morning. Drum roll, please. Congratulations to Nthabiseng Siminikane. You are the lucky winner of a 55-inch LG UHD Smart Artificial Intelligence Digital TV. Yes, that's all one thing, packaged into one box. And it's going to blow your mind.
It's a big box.
Smooth.
It's a pretty
very, very
big box.
smooth.
Just to get you into the excitement, to get a sense of it, take a look at this.
Hi guys, my name is Nthabiseng. I'm from Vaal, Sebokeng. Thank you Tropica and LG. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Nthabiseng. Congratulations to you. Enjoy that LG UHD Smart Artificial Intelligence Digital TV.
That is digital.
Wow.
No, it's an awesome prize, and one of, as we said, over 100,000. So hashtag TIOT9 is still looking for those 6 Tropica fan contestants. So if you're up for it, if you think you have what it takes and you want to win smooth fame, of course, and a small fortune, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Tell us what makes you unique and on whose team you'd like to be as well.
Yeah, then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, any one of those. And of course, remember to use hashtag TIOT9. The other way that you can enter is by visiting tropica.co.za. Once you're on the website, fill in the entry form and submit your video there. And who knows, it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. And remember the T's and C's that apply, and more information can be found on the website tropica.co.za.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Get on it.
Winning when you buy Tropica. To enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD Smart Artificial Intelligence Digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes. Now for your chance at competing in Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp the video to 063-921-8395. And it could be you winning a share of 1 million rand plus smooth fame and fortune while flying with KLM to the Caribbean for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
Duzu Ntabazana, Duzu wena Temsana, Duzu Chambana, Duzu Kashi, Duzu Princess, Duzu Mekafe Queen, Duzu man.
Princess, come around. Let's just see you. We've got to see this gorgeous queen princess here.
What a queen.
Make some noise. Beautiful, beautiful.
You look amazing, Princess.
Thank you, Nana.
How are you celebrating Heritage Day?
Oh, I'm gonna make mpokoko today with amasi, amagwinya.
Nice, very nice, Princess. Thank you so much. You look absolutely amazing, and I hope that everyone's taking some notes out there at home. You've inspired some looks out there. Look, yes, we are representer. In fact, for that very reason, I feel like the tea that you made for me, the coffee you made for me,
yes,
I must just give to you because you are a queen.
Wow.
Happy Heritage Day.
Thank you.
Happy Heritage Day. We'll see you guys after this.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Nap time just got extra cuddly. Get a free cuddle pillow when you buy 2 bags of Hill's pet food. where dreams are made.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Over the past 2 weeks, we have been discussing the symptoms and risk groups of vitamin B deficiency, and hopefully you found it very enriching and interesting. So are you perhaps at risk of a vitamin B deficiency? To find out, Dr. Fareed joins us again this morning to focus on how we can test for it and make sure we are not missing out on all the good life benefits of having enough vitamin B. Something I do rely on. Doc, it's the first time we're really connecting on air. Indeed. So great to meet you and great to connect with you like this. Is it necessary to go for a test before we start taking vitamin B, knowing that there aren't really many risks?
There are here and there. One of the risks would be possibly that vitamin B6, for example, is prevalent in many supplements. It's a very commonly supplemented vitamin, mostly which just kind of reinforces how important it is and how much we know that it's important to us. So when people are taking 3, 4, 5 different types of supplements, which might be a digestive supplement, a sports supplement, a multi-nutrient, those people, I would say, be wary when you've got 4 products all containing these things. Generally, the more vitamins there are in a product, the lower the doses of each of these things will be. So you would be hard-pressed to get too much. You have to spend a lot of money to get too much. So kind of yes and no. In a perfect world, fantastic. Get your tests done. There's a really cool test that they do in the States. We can do it for you. It'll cost you about 4,500 rand, and it's called a micronutrient assay. So we send off a little bit of blood, and they can actually do it just from a finger prick, and we just do it. It's called a blot. So we put the blot on the card. It dries on the card. We send this off to the States. They can look at nutrients, minerals, amino acids from just that little dot of blood. But for really, you know, it's pricey. But the thing is, if you also think how much money we could potentially spend on supplements, when I say 4,500 rand, a lot of us would find we're spending that on very basic vitamins. Let me just say that while we do plug for good vitamins. If you're going to buy vitamins, spend the most money that you can afford for a quality vitamin. So if you aren't sure, if you can't get it tested, if you don't know, at least spend a little bit of extra money, knowing now that you're saving 4,500 rand. See what I did there? So your first year's vitamins are free. Exactly. It's like it's just they just hand them out.
For sure, yeah.
So don't overthink the testing thing, but spend the money you can spend.
Is there a cheaper option than
test?
4,500 rand?
There are blood tests you can do. Vitamin B12 is something we can test very easily and actually quite cheaply in your blood at any time of the day. Vitamin B6 one can do. But we're quite limited in what we can test, considering that there are 13 different vitamins.
Do you have to fast before you test for vitamin B specifically, but for any of the
you know, I kind of, when we ask patients to test, I like to test in their normal state. I say, well, how would you have been on that day? Would you have had a night out? Would you have eaten fruit that day? Do what you normally do. Let's kind of see what your body...
I just have a vision of a person grabbing a bottle of wine. Okay, I'll just...
Absolutely. I feel like not giving wine in hospitals is something, it's an oversight. So, but absolutely, you want to test the person in his normal current state and be, I'm not trying to create a false test, you know, to show you something that's not there. It's very hard to test your store, so I'd kind of like to know what's available to you every day, and that's what I'm finding in your blood test. Unless you're getting some sort of a chronic disease which relates specifically to the nerve one is very important. So thiamine deficiency, which is one of the early first discovered one, gets a very cool sickness called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. I know we all are thinking that. But so this thing, the person is unstable, he's imbalanced, he loses sensation, he has numbness, he walks like a drunk man when he's not drunk. He has a wide gait, he looks like he's going to fall over, completely depleted in thiamine. Wow. So he can't function anymore, his brain can't work, he can't think logically, he can't focus. So he's in extremely vitamin depleted state. If you got the symptom, take the vitamin. Did the symptom go away? There we go. There's the best test. Home test. 4,500 rand.
So what I've really learned from this is go a high potency and spend the money on a really good quality product if you can. In fact, that's the approach that I've taken, certainly when it comes to the vitamin B cocktail that I rely on.
Be well. You be well. You be active.
Vitamin B testing is used to find out if your body is not getting enough or one or more of those B vitamins. Yes, we know that it is possible, maybe not absolutely essential, but finding out or establishing if you are vitamin B deficient is very important, and it is very common, can be present in a number of various ways and different symptoms, making it difficult to identify sometimes. So if you think that you might be at risk or have any of those symptoms that we have spoken about in previous discussions, make sure that you consult your doctor, speak about some of those symptoms, and then you can look at a test being done.
So while we all enjoy Heritage Day in our very own way, it means many different things to a variety of people. And with a country as diverse as our own, it's almost impossible to be able to appreciate it all at once. From the fauna to the flora and the food and festivals, Heritage Day is an excellent opportunity to learn more about the multitude of cultures, indigenous foods, the people and languages that decorate our beautiful country. And we have the ever-present, ever-beautiful Tash Geleva here with us to discuss some of her personal favorite dishes, give us a brief history about them, and of course, share a mouth-watering dish to end it all off. It's great to have you here, Sister Munjani.
Diapila Unjanwena, it's always awesome to be surrounded by such energy.
And you look just royalty, absolutely beautiful. Wow. So tell me about your outfit.
Ndingumxhosa. My born birth name is Asithanda Mampondomise. Umawanya uqangeba uphahla umphankomo ompondo zinhle zombili.
Halala, celebrate! You were late. Beautiful, and you're honoring your beautiful West Xhosa culture and heritage through your garb, and you're going to be doing so with some beautiful dishes as well.
Yes.
And these dishes that we're going to be talking about now, why are they so important to you, for you, especially as a chef in the professional commercial industry? You still infuse these into your skill set, knowing how to make them and passing on this knowledge.
Definitely. Heritage is not tangible. Heritage is something. It's things that surround us. It's things that we grow up with. So it's important that we carry our culture and the foods and everything that we've grown up with, and we impart that to our children so that they know, if you know where you come from, you pave a way and you pave a path of where you are going.
Absolutely.
So if you are proud of where you come from and you incorporate that in your daily life, it's easy to incorporate yourself in other environments.
Wow, because you stand strong in who you are. All right. Well, let's stand strong in this dish that we're about to make right now. What are we making?
Ngumngqusho umngqusho omhlophe. So this is a
Umngqusho
staple.
omhlophe.
Yes, this is maize. So the trick here is to soak it so that after you soak it overnight, it's easy to rub it in between your hands.
So it should feel nice and soft. Yeah.
And what that does is it cooks quicker, it cleans it, the impurities are taken away.
Yes.
So after you've soaked it off, it's easier. You just need to soak it in boiling water overnight. And here we've got our ready-made samp, which is we've sort of boiled it for about an hour. So what you need to do is to prepare some stock. We've got vegetable stock there. You can use chicken stock, you can use beef stock.
You can use the cubes as well.
You can use the cubes with no fuss.
Yes.
But what you need to do is that as you are cooking it, you need to be adding stock every after 30 minutes. You need to let it simmer. Yes. And then it develops that creaminess that you can see there.
And you can absolutely see it. Umngqusho omhlophe.
Yes.
Just in terms of understanding umngqusho omhlophe, obviously umhlophe means white. Does the umngqusho part mean corn, or does it mean samp? Does it refer to the samp?
It actually means how it used to be processed. So there was a big stone where they used to have, in fact, this pestle and mortar, they used to ngqusha it.
Oh,
bayayingqusha. So it sort of created this white samp. It's the first process of cleaning the samp.
Yeah.
You can call it that.
I love that. I love it. Like the sound that the tools make, umngqusha is called, and then that derived into
Yes, you know, I'm so glad that you've actually asked that question, because a lot of people don't know that we name a lot of things after what's done to them or where they come from. So with our umngqusho, our samp, we've done salt and pepper always. And because it's very starchy, you need to use a lot of salt. And we've got garlic, we've got thyme. Thyme is universal spice. Well, herb, if I can call it that. It's going to add a very mild texture to it. So we needed to add that chef touch, je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. What is je ne sais quoi in Xhosa?
Lanto.
Lanto. So that was umngqusho omhlophe, what we in Setswana would probably call just ke stampa. Stampa se setshweu o tshela di khana tsa teng. For this, SMS the keyword dish to 33728. That's what a lot of old ladies would do if they can't describe something. They say di khana.
Yes.
So like you put in di khana. Talk to me about umphokoqo.
Umphokoqo is maize as well. So we use a lot of maize kwaXhosa. So instead of pap, it's crumbed pap. So we'd normally eat that with amasi, and it's called an African salad because we have it when it's very hot and it's very easy. It's a half and half water, half maize meal. And you sort of need to crumb it up. So and you steam it until it's nice and fluffy, and you serve that with amasi.
All right. So what we would call, I think, bohobe ka Setswana.
Yes, bohobe limasi. I don't know what masi is.
What do you do with the mushrooms, by the way?
I've put in some fresh cream. I've put in some sour cream because we needed a little bit of something a little sour. A lot of people would not think mushrooms are Xhosa, but in the olden days, boys, after it rains, would have something called amakhowa, which is mushrooms. So little boys even knew which ones were poisonous. They knew which ones were not poisonous.
No biology books, they just knew.
No bio, Sanalam.
Beautiful stuff. All right, and I'm sure you're going to let it reduce for a little while, and then the mushrooms will also absorb all those wonderful flavors, and this is what you end up with. Beautiful umngqusho omhlophe. SMS the keyword dish to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list so that you can make this at home. Chef Tesh enkosi, and whether we say danki babangrare raleboga. Siabulela. Yo, nyabonga. Hey, all the beautiful languages in which we can say it. We hope that you find this dish very, very inspiring on this Heritage Day. And thank you for joining us in the kitchen and making the show what it is. And thank you for joining us every single time and making it very, very special. SMS dish to 33728. We'll see you after a very short break. Siabulela.
world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
She's always so beautiful and loving. Yes, I love my Cape Town home. Come with me and it's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man,
That's a thing of beauty.
Morana Kasin Chabasahe. So Africa Bora in Teto. How beautiful is that? That's how I want to start every morning.
And the wind is, yeah, maybe this can be our shot now, like our thing, our logo even.
Hey, how about you show us your flag, wherever you may be, at the office, at home, in your car.
At your bakkie.
Out your bakkie. Show your South African pride on this Heritage Day and every day thereafter. But of course, we wanted to see what you guys look like, or how you are celebrating Heritage Day.
Showing off their outfits
People look
today.
amazing. Well done.
So let's
Well
quickly
done.
jump to the socials and see who came up first with their beautiful Heritage Day outfit. All right. Oh, that one is beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. That's Ango. Ango with the
Looking
face paint.
stunning.
And
I
tuku
love
tied
that.
beautifully. Loving it, loving it. Hey.
All right, this is Kamo. Kamo, wow, you look beautiful, Kamo. I love it. Matching it with some flats there.
Ready for the office, ready to take
for
on the day. Oh, but it's a public holiday.
And then the Braai straight after that. That's also beautiful. This is Nonhlanhla.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much for sending that to us. Hey,
gentlemen.
There we go.
Sihle. Yo, this is
Going
beautiful.
all
hey?
the way with the shield and the spear.
Love.
Hey!
Tabo. Hey.
Untabo Xhosanyana kamo. Nice one, Tabo.
Ella, beautiful. That's beautiful.
Eswatini counter there, looking very, very beautiful. We're loving it, man. We're loving it.
Thank you. Thank you for being so proud of where you come from. Love that. Thanks for the pics, man.
And what we've also been enjoying is the Cape Malay Choir in studio. It's just really been amazing performances.
Such a lovely group of gentlemen as well, man.
Tabzi?
Yeah, they are indeed a lovely group of gentlemen indeed here at your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thabit, your mom's birthday also happens to be today on Heritage Day. You want to give her a shout out?
Yes, I do, Mom. I just want to wish you a very happy birthday and I hope you have an amazing day today.
What's your mom's name?
Latifa Majid, just so everybody knows.
Latifa Majid.
Can be famous with all of her friends.
Oh, she's going to be absolutely
It's gonna be
famous.
amazing.
That's wonderful. Well, happy birthday, Latifa Majid. Well, listen, we've got one more performance from the guys, the Cape Malay Choir. Of course, they've performed all over the world, Kazakhstan to Holland, and they've performed this song that's given them the prominence they now enjoy. It's called Cape Town, Our Home.
When the tablecloth rolls down the old grey mountainside as the seagulls glide above the blue, like a shining coin, the silver moon and over Lions Head as the evening sky the red. the vineyards turns to gold, and the clouds are full of rain, and the north.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
As your eyes begin to fade, calling you to buy that fish down at the Grand Parade. Come with me, I will show you the city of my birth, Cape Town. No other place like it anywhere on earth. I adore my Cape Town home.
Elke dag is soos 'n droom, waar oseane in een stroom op die